You have a nice yard, Sona.
Hey, thanks. I think I want to do some stuff to it, but I like it.
How long have you lived here now at this
4
house?
years. We moved here right before COVID,
That's
before
right.
the lockdown.
Remember, you said, should I buy a house? And I said, I think you should. There's going to be a pandemic. Remember?
Yeah, you said those exact words. And
Yeah.
it was like 2 years before it even happened.
I'm always looking ahead. I had my ear to the ground. I knew stuff was brewing. And so, I remember coming over here, and you've done some very nice, the place looks great.
It's nice. It still needs a lot of stuff.
Your house is beautiful. It's wonderful.
Oh, I appreciate that, but I need new bathrooms. Can you just do it?
What do you mean? I'll just pay for it if you want.
Yeah, that's what
Wait,
I'm asking.
I
Can
want
you
a new
just give me
bathroom.
money
Hey,
so I could
guys.
I want to redo my bathrooms.
I want a bathroom.
I want to.
What's wrong with the bucket I gave you?
It's full.
You're supposed to empty it occasionally.
Oh.
You idiot.
I don't need a bathroom. I get it. Okay.
You didn't understand how the bucket works. It's full. Well, I guess I'll never
I have a
excrete anything again.
tremendous stomach ache.
It is nice. It is nice too. Also, I don't know this area as well. I don't know. It's a very different area of Los Angeles, so it's nice to get here.
Yeah, it is.
Altadena, next to Pasadena, where you live.
Christmas
Dina's.
tree
Macquarie.
lane is here.
Why do they call it Christmas Tree Lane?
It's amazing.
There's these big deodar trees. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. And they put lights on all of them, and it's this long street. And you're driving down. It's like you're driving by a bunch of really tall Christmas trees.
It's beautiful.
Okay, this it's like therapy. It just sparked a memory. So when I was a kid, we used to have just regular Christmas trees, sawed off Christmas tree, and you put a little water at the base just to keep the needles green for 15 days, 20 days until it would start to die, and then you'd toss it out after New Year's. So then I remember sometime in the mid-'70s, my dad, who was always trying new things, found out that you could get a Christmas tree that had the root ball intact. And that way, and he said, this is amazing, it's fantastic. We're going to have our Christmas tree have its root. We're going to bring in a live tree with its root ball.
Why?
Listen to this.
Why?
We're going to bring in a live tree with its root ball into our living room, and then we're going to plant it in the side yard after we're done, and it will live with us forever. And over the years, the different trees that we have will create a forest. Now, I need to explain to the listener that we have really no side yard. Our side yard is like it's a 45-degree angle drop. And before you get to the Strom's house, who are next door, it's a 45-degree, it's like a cliff, and it's very narrow. I mean, maybe it's 15 feet across, if that. And so...
What a lush forest.
And so my dad, sure enough, Christmas is over, and we all had to haul this tree out to this. Even the birds are laughing at this story. We had to haul this. It's true. It's true. He's off to tell the other birds. You won't believe it. This guy's dad was an idiot. We would then have to dig a hole. And
You actually did it.
yeah, we would have to dig a hole, and it was really hard ground. And my dad was like, "Come on, hurry up!" And we'd be like, "I just want to play with my Christmas toys. Hurry up!" So we'd dig it, and we'd put the tree in the ground. We did this for 5 Christmases in a row. They would always leave soil all over the place. And my mom was always furious and saying, Tom, there's soil all over the place. And we're like, the tree, it'll shelter us. There'll be a forest. And finally, my mother said no more of this because I think one year the root ball completely exploded and there was just soil all over the first floor of the house. So that killed that. But anyway, those trees, they never did shit.
No?
They died pretty quickly. I think there's 1 or 2 that are still there.
Oh.
But they look like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree, and it's been 35 years.
So you go back home and you see the trees that you planted a long time ago, and they're still kind of there?
Well, I try. Here's what's funny. I go back to visit. My parents still live there. My brother Neil is there. And I try to go. And last time I was there, I tried to go into the side yard. And first of all, it's like descending a mountain in Switzerland. You need to tie a rope around your belt to go down. And I go down and I'm just looking at these little, oh, hi there, Conan. It's not the mighty tree my dad thought it was going to be.
Oh, it's not a forest?
No, it's not a forest.
But that's a nice idea because otherwise you cut it. First of all, did you guys go get the trees yourselves?
Yeah, it was 1720.
Okay.
And we would get in a sleigh and we would go out and get the trees ourselves.
Sorry.
No, we went to a lot like everybody else.
I didn't know that they did that with the root. What is it? It's a root bulb?
A root ball.
Root ball. I didn't even know that existed. But I also.
Well, any tree that's transplanted has a root ball. You know,
I did not know that.
Or plant.
Okay.
Matt, you understand these things,
I
right?
suppose I do.
Okay.
Wait, you know what a root ball is? You've heard root ball before?
I feel like you're going to be mad at me if I say yes.
Yeah, have you heard
You
the
have to
word
just be
root? Have
honest.
you heard the
Matt,
term root ball?
Matt, when she's this out of control and this wrong, you have to stand up
This
to
out
her.
of control? I'm not wrong. I've just never heard of the words root ball. I don't know what that is. But
Okay.
okay,
Anyway.
I'll take your word for it.
Yes. Basically, the roots are still intact, and they sit in a ball of soil, a burlap sack, if you will.
Okay, yeah, I do know what that is. I
There
was
you go.
trying to
You
picture.
didn't know what it was, though.
I don't think I did. But then when the burlap
See?
sack thing.
You're
makes sense.
the weird one. Who
Yeah.
knew what a root ball was? Everybody here? Did everyone here? Okay,
Yeah,
Jeff,
a lot of
you don't
people
care.
are saying yes.
Stop. No,
Oh, you know
nobody
what I love?
knows.
You invited your neighbors to come listen.
Yeah.
And your neighbors just showed up and they all gave the thumbs up. Thank you for showing up. I love that.
You guys should go now,
No.
probably.
I'm so glad that
Root ball.
it's my neighbors that live on Common Sense Lane. Anyway, isn't it funny how all I heard was Christmas Tree Lane, and it took me on this
Memory lane.
memory lane of my dad saying, I've got an idea. Our Christmas trees will create a magical forest. He was wrong. He was just wrong.
Do you think he'd ever be like, I was wrong about the trees?
My father admit he was wrong?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Anyway.
Where'd you get?
Yeah.
What's that?
Wait. Did that get passed down at all?
It sounds like it was passed down
Genetic?
from your dad. Sounds like someone
have your
got a trait
dad's
from
traits.
his dad.
You can't
Sounds
share
like
your
someone
parents.
doesn't know how
The
to
can't admit
mimic
you're wrong gene is
when
passed
they're
down from the mother. That's any geneticist will tell you that. That's just common science.
Do they still get Christmas trees?
Do I? I
No,
always
do
have
You get a
they?
real one?
Do your dad and mom still get Christmas trees?
Yeah, there's still a Christmas tree there.
A real one?
Yeah.
I went fake a couple years ago.
Oh, no. We would never do fake.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I would
Oh,
never do
okay.
fake. Do you do fake?
Yeah, I do fake.
That's gross.
That's
What?
a blasphemy. That's a sin.
Oh.
That's,
you guys have a fire hazard in your house, and you have to go buy one from a out
What do you
lot
mean? You mean
somewhere,
get to go
and
buy
then you
one?
put it on your car, and then you have to drive home with it.
This
So
is
what
like,
do you have? You have something that inflates?
It is in a box in our. It could be Christmas at any time in this
That's
house.
just
It's in a
sad.
box in our garage.
That's sad. And you
That's
know what?
sad.
I think everyone here thinks you're sad. That's just
It
sad.
smells like
Oh, another
plastic.
poll. Nobody else here does a fake tree? Thanks, Sam. Hey, my neighbor's coming through for me this time.
It's 1-to-1.
Nice. Who else? Yeah, David too. We win.
No, you don't win.
Yeah, I
because
do win.
think
You
it's generally
lose because you
agreed
don't
that
get the fragrance.
That's fake. If you have
You
a
can
fake tree,
the fragrance.
No, you
no.
cannot.
If you have a
No.
fake tree, it's just you're just saying, I don't want to live life. I choose not to live life.
I agree.
You know.
I hate that I agree, but I agree. And this is like the s'mores thing.
Yeah.
When you're right, you're right.
Yeah.
It's just a
I'm not
fact.
right a lot, but I mean, like I'm in the upper 90s, but when I am right, which is 98, 99% of the time, I am so right. It's crazy. It's off the charts right. And you have to have a real tree. That just
You don't have to have a real
That's
tree.
part of the
So
spirit
where did
of
you
Christmas.
buy this thing?
Also, what
Where did
happens
you
to
buy
your
it?
tree after
Where did you buy the tree?
Target.
Home Depot?
Oh,
Oh,
my
that's a
God.
nice tradition. Go down
It's
to Home
not a
Depot.
tradition. You buy it once. That's the good thing about it. You buy it one time, and then you have. I grew up with a fake tree. We're fake tree people.
Oh, that explains
That's
a
awful.
lot.
What is what? You guys
that's
have
awful.
a tree in your house. It dies, and then you just toss it.
You know
what
what's
a
interesting?
waste of a tree.
You know what makes me sad? The Armenians are the oldest Christians.
They are. We're
They
the
are
oldest
the oldest
Christian nation. 301
Christian
AD.
nation. You guys should be representing real trees. You shouldn't be going to Home Depot and getting something that, by the way, I'm going to check it out. I bet you what you got is a bicycle rack and you think it's a tree. You're putting lights on a bicycle rack. How do you know it's a tree?
Because
It's
it's a tree. I don't know. I can't.
It's a tripod with
I'm
a couple
not
of things
gonna
coming off of
confuse
it.
a tree with a bike rack.
It's a hat rack.
Here's my
it's a bike
question.
rack.
You brought up Christianity. Where in the Bible does it say you have to get a real tree for Christmas?
Page 1.
Does Christmas even exist in the Bible?
Yes,
What are
it-
you talking
What
about?
are you talking about? Of course it does.
It talks about Santa
New Testament
Claus.
says, yes, and
It's
ye
gonna
shall
say-
get the tree. The tree shall be of the earth, of God made. The tree shall smell of fragrant green.
I'm going to tell your mom
Not
that you're
Home
making
Depot, do
shit
you
up for
go.
the Bible.
You shall be smitten and smitten. And God chased Abel because Abel had a tree that was made from Home Depot.
I don't care.
Out of rubber and steel. Don't you remember? Have you ever read the Bible?
No.
Okay. All right. I love someone who's shouting about, show me in the Bible where it says. And then
you proved me wrong. Sorry, I didn't know that.
Wrong soft G.
Oh.
Anyway.
I didn't know that the Bible mentioned Home Depot.
Where'd you get the hard G? Home Depot? The important thing is that we're all here together and it's not Christmas.
First of all, I'm thrilled that you're here. I love that I'm talking to you. And I was telling you just before we started recording that my daughter, Nev, is an insane, massive fan. Interestingly, this story begins a number of months ago when my daughter says, I want you to come with me to Coachella. And I say, sure, that's just the place for someone my age, right? So we start driving, and my daughter did a really cool thing. She didn't tell me who the bands were, but she started playing me on the long drive. She started playing me all this different music and saying, you tell me who you think we should go see when we're there. She's playing me all different kinds of music. And I'm saying, I like this one. I like that band. Yeah, this one's really good. And then I singled out, she played me a couple songs and I said, this is the band we have to see. We have to see this band. And she said, correct. That is Japanese Breakfast.
That's amazing.
Yeah. She sort of said it like, there's hope for this old fool. Then we get to Coachella, and she's played me so much of your music that I'm excited to see you. And we go to your tent show, and you come out, and you're performing, and I think you're playing the song Paprika, and there's a gong on stage, a small gong. And, you know, I'm someone who loves to be on stage. And I can tell when someone else loves to be on stage. You come out, you're kicking ass, I love your music, you're playing the song Paprika, and it's so joyous, and you keep running over and hitting a gong. And I had never seen anybody do that before. Yeah. And then you're back to playing a song, and then you rush over and hit the gong again. And I'm in the crowd, and I'm yelling at my daughter, gong, that's genius! Why didn't I do that? Years when I was doing a monologue every night at night, I should have said like, yeah, I'm more like Donald Trump, and then run over and hit a gong.
Yeah.
Why didn't I do that?
I don't know. It's very cathartic. I highly recommend incorporating it.
I want a gong.
At the next live podcast recording, you'll just have a gong next to you.
And the cool thing is it's not a giant gong. It's a smaller gong that makes like a crashing sound, right?
I don't feel like it's that small.
Well, it's not. The gongs I'm thinking of are the ones that are...
behind... The Who or something.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. Keith Moon would get up at the end, run over and hit, and it would be like, gong! Yeah. And it was kind of a joke, I guess. Yeah, it's not small, but...
don't call my gong small.
Sorry.
It's a sizable gong.
Wow. Michelle is walking out of the interview.
Yeah.
What happened? What did you say? I said the gong seemed kind of small to me. You did what?
You gong shamed her.
I gong shamed you. That's the worst thing you can do. And then I was just talking to you, I just mentioned that, and you said you saw me in the crowd.
Yes.
I do stick out, I guess.
Yes. You're very tall.
It's like Big Bird from Sesame Street.
Yeah, we were...
Check out your set.
It was hard to not just, like, look at you when we were playing, because we were all just like, oh my God, Conan O'Brien's like watching us play. And so I felt like I like really had to perform for you, and I feel like I was just like watching you and like hoping that you didn't like walk away.
Right.
That was like my marker.
Yeah.
But then looking in retrospect, I feel like that must have been uncomfortable to be like someone's focal point.
You stood in the middle of the crowd?
No, there's like a VIP area on the side.
Okay, but you weren't like blocking people behind, because I don't want you to be the tall guy in the audience, just like blocking everyone behind.
Why do you always have to go negative on me? Why can't this just be a joyous experience?
When I'm hearing tall guy in the crowd, I just think those poor people behind you.
Yeah, but this is the issue. Like, how tall is your daughter?
My daughter is not super tall like me.
Tall.
Yeah,
so like, you know,
she's average
she
height.
would have to suffer if you'd have to.
The other thing I regret
true.
is I tried to surf the crowd.
Man.
And crushed 11 people. I just got really excited and I jumped up, and it turned out they were all about 19, and they just buckled, and small.
Yeah.
And they all buckled, and also they were like, why? You just ruined Japanese breakfast for us. We all have to go to the hospital now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Did you try starting a mosh pit too?
I tried that too.
Oh God.
I threw stuff on stage, and I kept hoping that Michelle would call me up on stage to sing one of my numbers about growing up, lonely and sad in Boston. But you didn't.
No.
There was so much to talk about. I loved your show, and I've been really loving your music. And I love you direct a lot of your videos, if not all your videos. You're so creative in so many different ways, and just gets me excited. I love meeting young people that are hyper creative. It makes me happy about the future.
Yeah, I know. You like have your hand in a lot of different things. I can never do that.
That's not true. You wrote a book. She wrote a book called World's Worst Assistant, where she truthfully...
Wait, really?
I did, and
Yeah.
I'm his assistant. So it was all about how bad I am working for him, and then he wrote the foreword.
I wrote the foreword.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had people come up to me holding the book, because it did really well. I've had people come up to me holding the book, and they've said to me, "Hey, Conan, are you okay with this?" Like she did it behind my back, and I said, "I wrote the foreword." I have a tale to tell, and it's an embarrassing tale, and I think these are the ones you guys like.
These are our favorites.
This is a true story. I just flew in from Boston. I was seeing my family there, and I check out my family. Hey, you guys are looking. Hey, Mom, Dad, you guys are looking good.
Sexy nuclear unit.
No, I was checking in on my family and seeing my sibs, and then I go to Logan Airport, and I'm going to take the flight from Boston to Los Angeles, and I am in the line. You wait in the line to hand your stuff over, put it on the conveyor belt. So you're a little distracted, but I'm, taking my belt off. They always say you can leave your belt on, but it always sets it off. So now I take everything off. I'm pretty much naked when I go through that thing.
No.
But I'm taking everything off. I'm putting it down into this bucket. And this very nice kid who's wearing a white sweater and he has glasses and dark hair. And he says, "Oh, hi, Conan." And he could not have been nicer. He said, "Your show means a lot to me, or your TV show meant a lot to me. I've listened to Conan O'Brien, Needs a Friend all the time. He is Armenian." He introduces himself. And I think he said his name was Armand. He could not have been nicer. And he was very beautifully talking about what the work has meant to him and all that. And I just had like the nicest conversation with him, and he was kind of holding his phone, but we were just about to go through the x-ray machine, and so he had to put his phone in, and I was kind of thinking, I think he wanted to do a photo, but he didn't. Okay. Hold on. But anyway, we go through, and I'm thinking that guy was so nice. So then they want to look again at one of my bags. I think it's, how many men travel with 9 bottles of hairspray? So it was suspicious. And it's Aquanet. It's for old women. They don't even make it anymore.
It was like a 2-day trip.
It was a day and a half trip. And it's not all for my hair. But anyway, I'm saying I inhale that stuff. It's an incredible high. Shout out to Aquanet. But anyway, I get through, and I get some of my stuff, and I stand up, and standing there, white sweater, glasses, dark hair, this guy, and I just walk up to him and say, "Hey, let's do a selfie." And he said, "Okay." And he starts to fish around in his luggage for his camera, and I'm thinking he was just holding his camera, and he doesn't seem that interested. And what the fuck? That's weird. I thought I was being super nice because he said all those nice things. And he starts to pick it up, and he goes, "Okay." And I look at him and I go, "Wait a minute.
Oh, no.
It's not that guy." I swear to God, so this guy, who's just a guy who's wearing, and I look over and I see the other guy. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm not kidding. I swear to God, this is all exactly happened. I see the other guy. He's wearing a sweater that is practically identical. They look very similar, and he's got glasses. And I see him standing over at a post holding his cell phone.
And he's thinking, why wouldn't he take a selfie with me?
And I'm looking at this guy, and he goes, "Okay." And he takes a selfie of us. And so look at it from his perspective. He's sitting there waiting for another
relative, a girlfriend or whatever to come through. And Conan O'Brien walks up and goes, "Hey, let's do a selfie."
He must have thought you were insane.
He thought I was fucking insane. And so then I started to go, no. I thought you were him. And I'm pointing to the other guy. And the other guy isn't even looking at me at that point. He's looking at his phone because he just got a text. And there's no good explanation for why you would walk up to a stranger and say, hey, buddy, let's get a selfie. You're going to want this. You're going to want this. So somewhere out there's a guy who isn't a fan, doesn't care, maybe actively dislikes what I do. I came up to him and made him take a selfie. And so then I walk up to the other guy and I said, "I'm sorry, I thought he was you." And the other guy, I'm just, now he just thinks, oh, so all non-celebrities look alike to you?
No, I think what happened is there was no first guy, and you just got a bad reaction from someone you wanted to take a selfie with. And this first guy's your like Fight Club Tyler Durden guy that gets you to do selfies.
Nice try. Yes, that I see phantom people. No, I loved. It was so perfect, and I don't have photos, but if I could show you a photo of what both of them were wearing, you would laugh because
somewhere these selfies exist, though.
It's as if a higher being, God, said, "This is going to be really funny." I'm sending down two people who look somewhat alike, and they're both they're both wearing this very similar sweater and like dark jeans. So whatever that happened.
Oh my God.
And I just keep thinking about this guy, just like, okay, where's Sarah? I just got to wait for Sarah to come through. Hey, let's take a selfie. Let's do it right now. Come on, get the camera out.
Like you're doing him a favor.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
And now I think
I've chosen you.
Hey, guess what? Randomly, every 100th person gets to win the ultimate lottery.
You think you're about to be selected for improved security? No.
Yeah. No. You're getting a selfie with Conan O'Brien. I'm sorry, and you do what? Come on. Late night show, 90s, 2000s, NBC, TBS. Come on. Podcast. Come on, get the camera. Let's do that.
Incredible.
That's just happened. That happened 36 hours ago. And the minute it happened, I said, these exist. This is why I have the podcast, because this is fresh. This just happened. Hey, buddy. Let's do it. Get the camera out. Let's get that selfie.
I love that you said these two selfies still exist, but that guy probably just deleted it.
He never took it.
Yeah.
He went.
He was like, I took it.
Oh, there you go. And you know what he said? He said, click. He said click. And I was like, I didn't think he pushed the phone. And then I saw him walk up to a trash can and throw his iPhone away. And it was the new one. It's the new one with the funny new cord. He threw it away.
Oh, God.
Click. There, you happy now? You irrelevant fuck. Oh, good. A trash can. Thunk.
Incredible.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Conan O'Brien, a fool once again.
I do have Christmas presents for you guys that are related to the show. If you want.
What? What do you mean?
Really?
Yeah, hold on one second. Let me drop them off.
Oh, okay.
Should we talk while Sam's getting these? Or
Our
should we
engineer,
wait?
Sam, just alerted us that he had presents for us.
By the way, when this airs, it'll probably be mid to late January.
Yes, they're from me. Matt, I will mail you yours. I got an ad around Christmas time from a store on Etsy that I'd used before, and the email made me laugh so hard. It said, "Do you have a beautiful name? Have it engraved on an ornament," which made me laugh because it implied I would have my own name made on an ornament like a psychopath. It didn't say like, does a loved one have a beautiful name? So it made me laugh. And then I thought of the most beautiful name I could think of, and I had these made. Merry Christmas, guys.
Hey.
Oh, that's so nice. Katakai.
Look at that.
That's beautiful.
I think they're supposed to be babies'
that's
names.
nice.
Isn't that beautiful? Katakai.
Well, I haven't mentioned this, but we named our daughter Katakai.
Katakai.
As you made her?
Katakai, as God made
This
it.
is so cool.
It's
Thanks,
really cool.
Sam.
Katakai.
Thank you, Sam. That's
Merry
really
Christmas.
pretty.
Sorry, it's mid-January.
Yeah.
I know. I have.
and
I
for crinkling
have
on
to,
You know
air.
what? There's really no reason why a Christmas gift needs to be given at Christmas.
Armenian Christmas.
No,
Yeah.
even Armenian. When is Armenian Christmas? It's
It was January 6th.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that just why? Are they just being difficult?
It's the Orthodox Christmas. What do you mean, are we just being difficult?
Just have it on the. How hard is it to move it to the 25th?
A lot of people celebrate it on January 6th. You can't say, there's an entire culture celebrate on a different day just to be difficult. No.
I realize that could come across as insensitive.
Yeah, you think?
I just think, how hard would it be to just slide it? It's a couple of days. Not us. We do it on the 26th.
Why can't you push it to January 6th?
Because everyone does it on the 25th.
Yeah, but just push it.
I'm the Irish. The Irish like to have it on March 9th. And the tree has to be upside down. And it has to be shooting Guinness out at the bottom of it. Yeah.
Well, this is a good time to say Merry Christmas, you two.
For God's sake. What is it now? It's late January. No, we're not. I work so hard to make this an evergreen show, to not have it be
like
date
a Christmas
specific.
Tree?
Excuse me? What'd you say?
Like a Christmas tree? Evergreen?
God. I like these to be always fresh. People can hear them at any time.
Why can't people hear them and be like, oh, they recorded this around Christmas?
Because
like,
we didn't.
Why is that? That's okay.
I want it to constantly be a mystery. I want my movements and motions to be a mystery.
Come on.
I want people to never know where I am. I'm like Saddam Hussein. I've got doubles out there, triples. I want people to never know what's Conan up to. I don't like it when we're specific about when we're recording or where we're recording.
You're the most easily recognizable person I know. Like,
yeah, also,
you're
it's
not
1:34 on January 11th.
Hey there. Welcome to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. And I'm sorry, every time I say hey there and welcome to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, Matt, you do a little look to Sona. You share this little look, and you've been doing it for 5 years.
Yeah.
And it's making me angry.
Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah.
I think we're looking at each other to see, are we going to laugh?
But what is it? What is it that's so funny about me saying, hey there?
Well, because your voice drops and you get very kind of pseudo broadcaster. You go, hey there.
I don't think it's that bad.
No, I'm exaggerating for effect, but you do change your voice a little bit.
So what would
after the shenanigans?
That's the thing. That's
So
the
you
part.
do the
It's after all
shenanigans.
these,
Yeah.
you do a lot of things that are just bananas.
You know what? I do a lot of weird stuff before we start rolling.
Yes.
And then I think that's it. It's the transition.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I was just going on some crazy series of tics, microaggressions,
Yes.
throwing props around, and then all of a sudden it stops, and I go, hey there, welcome to... And that's why you look
exactly
at each
right.
other.
And there's also this feeling of like we're two kids in school trying not to laugh during class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or in church.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got the church giggles.
When you were in church growing up, you went to church regularly?
No.
So how do you... Yeah, it's like when you're in church. Oh, you went to church?
I mean, I've
never
heard of the
They
church giggles.
they
but
wouldn't let her in.
It'd be like, not you. No, I went for Easter.
Yep.
You know, I'm Armenian. I went to like a wedding every weekend or a funeral or
Right. Quickly, because I stopped, I didn't get to say, oh, and Sona's here and Matt's here, blah, blah, blah. And that's probably what I'm going to do from now on. But I'm interested in this because I'm thinking now about, growing up and going to St. Lawrence Church on Route 9 in Brookline with my family every Sunday. And when you're a kid, all I was trying to do was think of things that would make my brothers and sisters laugh.
Oh, God.
And what I realized was foolproof was to full on commit to singing the songs. And what's great is you can't get in trouble for that. You know what I mean? You can't. Yeah. It wasn't me like doing faces or anything like that. It was just me full on committing to whatever the song we were singing in. Hosanna in the highest. And if anyone gave me a look, it's like, hey, what's wrong with you? I'm filled with the Spirit of Christ. You can't get mad at me. It was foolproof.
Yeah.
I loved it.
When you guys came to church, was even the priest like, oh, fuck, the O'Briens?
Oh, my God. I'll tell you exactly what would happen. I will tell you. You know what I'll do? I'll tell you exactly what happened. Okay? Picture this. Mass is at, 10:30 in the morning, St. Lawrence Church, Route 9, Brookline, Mass. And it starts at 10:30, and the O'Briens, and remember, there's 6 of us, plus my parents, plus my grandmother at one point. So 9 of us
would come crashing in. Of course we're late. I think I've mentioned this before. I never saw the beginning of a movie because my father was, people who knew my dad used to call it O'Brien time, Dr. O'Brien time. We were late for everything.
It was not the kids, it was your dad?
No, it was not the kids.
Wow.
It was, so we'd all get piled into this one goofy station wagon and we'd go up Route 9 and we would come in late. Now, if you come in late at a Catholic mass, and I'm thinking this goes for everything. I think if you came in late at temple, if you came, whatever religion we're talking about, my guess is that you sort of stay in the back, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, my father he wanted to be up front. And so my father would be late and he would just start going and be like, Dad, let's just sit back here. There's a pew wait back here. And he'd make a face, a big smile. And he'd be like, follow me. And we had to follow him and he'd be going. He kept going and people were looking. And it's like, oh my God, here's the fucking O'Brien hillbillies. And my grandmother's with us going, oh, Moses. And we're like making our way down. It's this crazy procession. And then he would take like third row from the front and push people over. And we'd all be like, Dad. He's like, it's fine. And then, of course, I would
get
the
redheaded one start singing obnoxious.
Yeah, and then the one that looks like a little Lucille Ball with broken teeth would insist. I would insist on like, okay, fucker, you had me sit 2 rows back when we're 20 minutes late. We're almost at the Eucharist. Which is supposed to be 2/3 of the way through. So I'd be like, Hosanna in the highest, Hosanna in the highest. And oh my God, they hated us.
Oh my God. I would be like, if I worked at that church, I'd be like, just tell the O'Briens we're closed.
You know what they should have done?
They should have moved you like a disgraced priest to another parish.
You know what they should have done? They should have just put like an axe handle through the door when church started.
Yeah.
And my father would have been like shaking. It would have been like The Graduate, where Dustin Hoffman's he puts a thing through so that the parents can't get at him and they're all smashing the door.
Yeah.
My dad would be like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. He would crash through and then his head would stick in. Front row, please. First pew.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
This
Madness.
explains so much.
I know. But I love them. Your family? No.
Jesus?
No. My friends in show business. But I love them. Your parents, right? Nah. Everyone in show business. Over the years, I guess it's become well known, Sona, that you are my assistant and that you are Armenian.
Yes.
People just come up to me now, wherever I am, in any situation, and say, Conan, I'm Armenian, but Ev! And I know to say, because we went to Armenia together, inch pasek. And then
we are everywhere.
Everywhere. But the thing is, it's almost like if other people are around and they're like, is it a urinal? I'll leave them alone. No, Armenians just are like, and I don't mind it. I love them. They're very nice. But I'm starting to notice that they will crash through a wall if I'm alone in a room and go, Conan, Barev! And I'm like, hey, whoa, inch pasek.
I will say, just my experience is we're not great with boundaries.
Right.
And we don't pick up on like social cues of when it's okay and not okay to say.
Well, it's always
and
okay.
I think they're really excited
They
to
are
see
excited,
you.
and they always want to hear like how Sona's doing. They want to know how you're doing. But then
I don't imagine that's the case.
Matt
What?
Gorlian.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt
Yes.
Gagorlian. Yeah.
Matt Gagorlian.
I just said Matt Gorlian.
I just wanted to tweak it a little. I wanted to punch it up.
Yeah. It's Gagorlian. But then they ask, they want to know all about you. And I say, you've got these twin boys. They
Yeah.
want to know, they're always very interested in the fact that who did you marry? And I say, like, relax, he's Armenian.
Yeah. Do
So they don't get mad
if
at me.
you tell them because I am a little self-conscious that I name them such American names, do they like look, of course, Mikey and Charlie?
No,
like,
I never bring that up because I think they might not like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because, I never say, because I was surprised when you told me, when you said the twins are born, this is like 3 years ago now, I was so excited. And I said, I'm downstairs. Can I come up at the hospital? And you said, I'd rather you didn't. Just leave whatever gifts you have. And I was like, well, that's weird. I drove all the way.
Has anyone cut the umbilical cord yet?
Yeah. I really thought I'd be in a big part of the, and you made it very clear I should just get back in my car and leave. But, and then I said, what are your kids' names? And you went, Mikey and Charlie. And I thought it was going to be, Grudy and Strudy.
Right.
No,
Yes,
no.
What?
Grudy and Strudy.
Well, what's wrong with that?
First of all, it sounds like
You're right.
Grudy and Strudy.
That's right.
Swedish.
You're right. I went through it. How about...
That's what's wrong with this.
Yeah, give me the names that they could have been.
Like Armin and Rafi or Kevor.
Artak.
Artak is Tak's name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Artak Jr. AirPod?
AirPod.
Hovannes.
Hovannes.
AirPods Max.
Carvan.
Stepan. Carvan?
Beats by Dre.
Yeah.
What are you guys
Vortex.
saying?
Is Vortex?
No.
Borax.
No.
Okay.
So you want to keep trying?
I think we should, yes.
I think
I know
we
that you
nailed
said it.
but
I think you're trying to say you should stop now.
No,
But unfortunately, you said, do you think we should keep trying?
Right.
Which makes me want to go, Grogo.
Okay. Okay.
But anyway,
No.
do you get some flack in the Armenian community for naming them Mikey and Charlie?
They go to an Armenian school and a lot of the parents name their kids Armenian names. And then I just see Charlie and Mikey and I'm like, I think we let our people down a little bit.
Also, you
know.
taught them that song since they were very little. We must assimilate, assimilate, assimilate. We must assimilate.
that song.
It's a Mr. Rogers
Shed our
song.
immigrant past. We must assimilate, assimilate. And I was like, why are you teaching them this?
Oh my God. Shed our immigrant past?
That's the song you taught them. And Tack plays it on the guitar. We must assimilate, assimilate, assimilate. We must assimilate and shed our immigrant past. Shed our immigrant past. Shed our immigrant past.
Still going.
As far
Oh
as
my
anybody knows, we're little Dutch boys. Dun, 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 dun. I just think it was a weird song to teach your children at such a young age.
But they should assimilate, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's good.
I
It's
think
fine.
I always feel badly for my mom because I think deep down she really wanted us to be the kind of kids that could go to a country club, and
Oh.
we just weren't. We were Irish pirates. And I used to just pretty much tell her that. Like, what are you talking about?
Mm.
We're just Irish. We're 100% Irish.
Yeah.
We're bums.
But she was an intellectual. Your dad is an intellectual.
I know, but it doesn't. It was no. And then I know my parents are very smart, accomplished people, and then they had kids, and we were like, "Arr!"
But it kind of backfired on them because you are very intellectual, but in a way that probably infuriates them.
Yes, yes, I know.
It's like some kind of Cassandra curse. Like, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Something went horribly wrong, but I think I like Mikey and Charlie, and I do think they've grown into those names. They are Mikey and Charlie.
That's who they are now.
Do
That
they have
is-
Armenian middle names?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Krikor and Tanya.
You're halfway there.
Krikor.
Yeah,
I love that
Krikor.
one. Krikor.
Yeah.
And what's the other one?
Tanya. I mean, it's
Tanya. It's Daniel.
Krikor.
Daniel. Yeah.
And what's
It's
Krikor?
Gregory.
Oh.
Oh, you're right. It is.
Okay. You guys both sounded
Well, why didn't you just name them Gregory and Daniel?
because I needed some Armenian in
Well, you've
there.
got an Armenian
Oh,
last name.
Also, I named him after my grandparents.
You just forgot?
Your grandparents are named Charlie and Mikey?
Yeah.
No, they're Krikor and Tanya.
Oh.
They're my grandfathers.
Grandpa Mikey and Grandma Charlie. Oh, yeah. I'll never forget the day in 1907 when Mikey saw a beautiful Charlie walking down the lane carrying that basket of dried apricots.
Oh, come on.
Krikor!
My grandma went by Eddie. That was her name.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What's her full
Why?
name?
Eleanor.
But why Eddie?
I don't know, to be honest.
My grandmother, who lived with us for a while, who I think was born in 1890. So, and she really saw everything in a lifetime. But we always knew her as Maudie. Her nickname was Maudie, and we would say, "Why is your name? What does everyone call you, Maudie?" And it was because there was a comic book, a comic strip, when she was about 8 years old, about a mule named Maudie that would kick. And at the playground, she once kicked, like some boys were bothering her and she was kicking at them and they called her Maudie.
Oh.
And so 100 years later, we're saying, hey, Marty, pass the salt.
What's her real name?
I'm shocked you guys weren't country club people.
Yeah, I know.
You mule damaged lineage.
Yeah.
What's her real name?
Yeah.
It was Ruth,
Ruth.
which was my mom's name, too.
I
And
didn't
still
know
is.
that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's your mother's mother? And they
Yes,
did like
my mother's mother.
a female junior.
She was named after this kicking mule in a comic strip that was popular in 1900 or 1898, and then it stuck like one day on the playground. Yeah, you're a real Marty, that one. And then cut to us 100 years later. Not 100 years, but whatever, 85 years later.
You called her by her nickname, though? You didn't call her Grandma?
We called her Marty.
Okay.
And we called our grandfather, my mother's father, Hoofer. And because no, that's true, because he, as a young man, he was a policeman in Worcester, Massachusetts, who directed traffic, but he knew like one dance step, and people were like, yeah, you're a real Hoofer, and that kicker over there is a real Marty. And so we called him Hoofer and Marty. And then the one day we go to enlist at the country club, they're like, well, tell us a little bit about yourself, kid. Hey, there are 6 of you. You seem to have been born 3 months apart. And your shirts are all torn. Tell us about yourself. Well, our grandmother's Marty after the kicking mule. And our cop grandfather is called Hoofer because he knew a dance step. He used to kick the winos with it. All right, well, there's this back door here you can use. What should I tell my mother? Should I tell her that we're in? And we can come here and eat peanut butter and jam sandwiches? No, get the fuck out of here. Do you want to hear about my other grandfather, Shitsy? Get out! Get out! All right. Enough. By the way, God rest your souls.
Shitsy.
Hey, Shitsy, get over here. Why do they call him Shitsy? Hey, took a shit when World War I was declared. He shit his pants because he knew he had to fight. So we call him Shitsy.
Say hello to Jizz Schmeckman.
Shitsy!
What's your, who did he marry? He married, fuck it. Fuck it, yeah. When she was 3 in 1850, she banged her shin on a stool. Fuck it. So, fuck it meant Shitsy. So about this country club application, where do I sign? And where do my 15 brothers and sisters sign, who are all born the same day? And where do we check inbred? Hey, is that a golf course? Can we play? We've got hockey sticks.
I can't breathe.
Quick apology to my family.
Too late.
For throwing you all
Too
under the
late.
bus. One of the things that I mentioned before we even went on the air is, my wife asked me today, what are you up to? Like, you do something today? And I said, yeah, I'm headed in. And she said, who are you going to?
So angry.
Will you just do one thing? That's my wife. She said, what's up today? And I said, I'm going in. And she said, who are you talking to? And I said that I was talking to you. And she was like, oh my God. And I'm excited to come to work. I'm excited to sit down and talk to you. I'm a fan. You're doing something incredibly, first and foremost, you're doing really good work.
Thank you.
But you're also doing something that makes me feel better about where we are, what young people are making. It gets me thinking differently. It gets me thinking about, and I know this is something that you're very active in. Okay, I give money to a bunch of things. I went to public schools. Let's get on that.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm saying that, but I'm not going to really do it. There's this sports car they make.
No.
Yeah, guess what? It's made of rainforest wood. It's $800,000, but I must have it.
It's made of old public schools.
Yeah. They take books and resources from public schools, and they make this car that runs on rainforest leaves.
You can do both. You can have that car and throw a quick little. This is the other thing. People are like, I got to donate all the money to this school. these schools could use a quick little $200. They are not asking for a lot. That's how down bad they are. So anyone listening, you might think like that little $15 doesn't make a difference, but it does. Like it goes such a long way.
That's what I love that comes up in the show is so much of your show is about, it's sad, but it's also what I love is the character on your show, the older teacher.
Barbara.
Barbara, she's what a great character because you're always saying we need to fix everything. And she's saying, if we have to do without, these children will still, she's got this great perspective. Which is we will make this work. But I watch it and I think, oh, they need, like I said, they need scissors. They need a rug for the floor. They need, they need a chair over in the corner. There's so much that that I think people think, well, this problem is beyond us. But if every single person said, hey, wait a minute, I can do this. Sona, I know you're very tight with money, but
okay.
you could control.
So
what are you talking about?
Yeah, Sona, will you pledge right now?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll give
your salary for the next year.
Oh, my salary.
Yeah.
Your salary.
No, I gotta get that car.
No.
That car, it takes existing schools and crushes them down.
Conan, you donate, Sona gets you the car. That's how.
Okay.
Yay!
Sorry.
What are you talking about?
Well, what's funny is you're talking about Barbara, and we were just talking about comedy and everything, but Barbara and Janine are very much built for me. I talked to you about 30 Rock off of Liz Lemon and Jack Donaghy. And people don't make that connection, which is great. I don't need them to, but that was the blueprint for me for them because Jack Donaghy is often right. I mean, it was at a time where you could get away with like a deeply Republican character like that, and it wasn't like violent. And then
he's so likable.
He was so likable. I mean, what a good job at that role. And then Liz was right too. But I love when two characters are right. It is my favorite thing in the world. I love it. It's the best.
You're a huge 30 Rock fan.
Huge 30 Rock fan.
You brought it up when we were
I did.
when I saw you in the green room. We call it it's not green, but anyway, when I saw you in the talent lounge,
yes, it's very nice here, by the way.
Very nice.
Yeah, really
it's an old American Airlines lounge that we purchased. But the first thing you did was ask me a 30 Rock trivia question.
Yeah, I wanted to know what your favorite 30 Rock joke about you was.
It's funny because you said it, and I'm going to get this wrong, and 30 Rock fans can correct me, but there was an episode once. I was only on the show twice.
I know. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, I was only on the show once.
So much.
And because I'm her old boyfriend. I'm Liz's former boyfriend. And then
Aren't
they
you
had
in
me
green screen, by the way.
And then they green screened me on the last one. Well, she came. Tina came out. She was in LA, and we green screened it, which was sort of part of the meta joke. And of course, it was all about, I still haven't lost my virginity at the time, at 50 or whatever it was. But I think my favorite joke might be, and it might have been Tim Conway who did it, but someone runs into Tim Conway. And
is it mine? It's my favorite joke. Wait, go ahead.
That's mine too.
Say it. Do you know it?
Do we know it?
What I've heard
I think we're all thinking of the same thing.
I did my show in 30 Rock for 16 years, and I would always walk around, and I always had a guitar on.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he say something like,
I thought he said something about you being a woman, like
no.
a woman named Conan.
Who is Conan and why is she so sad?
Yes. Yeah, well, you gave the joke away you said it.
Well, I didn't know what the guitar. I thought you were on a different
A joke
track.
about a woman.
No, I think he goes, I ran into a very tall lesbian in the hall.
Yeah.
Who is Conan and
why is she so sad?
It's just a wonderful fucking joke from top to bottom.
And
his delivery.
I have to say that because I love that joke so much, I started doing bits.
Oh, that's for that.
I started doing bits where people would say, and maybe they'll see you and they'll go like, and they'll wonder, who is that old Dutch lady or whatever. And people would laugh really hard. And I think, well, I'm just using the 30 Rock joke, but I'm doing it to myself before someone else can do it to me again.
Can do it to you, like me. But no, it's a weird, it's not a deep cut, but it's one of those ones you really have had to have had issues in your life and watch those episodes over and over and over and over again. And it just really sticks out, and it starts to stick out how much they talk about you on that show, and it's hilarious. It's so
funny too,
to me.
because my son, who's now 18, but he really got into comedy and really started going down and binge watching all these great shows, and we would do it together. And then he really started to get into 30 Rock. And so I started rewatching, and a bunch of them were ones I hadn't seen because I was busy going through my own drama.
Yeah.
So I'm watching all of this play out, all these Conan jokes come up on 30 Rock, and my son's really laughing at my expense. And I'm like kind of sitting there like, I don't know how I feel about this. It's cool.
Right.
But man, but anyway, it was a nice way to, so then I reached out to Tina, who I don't talk to all the time, but I do know how to reach out to her. And I just reached out to her and said, Tina, I have now rewatched all of 30 Rock with my son, and good God, the writing is so tight on that show, and it really holds up.
It's crazy.
And so it was nice to be able to, you know, when you have that good feeling about someone and then you realize, wait, I can actually tell them. And that is how I want to end, because having you here today and being able to tell you that what you're doing is really comedically top-notch, but also beautiful, and that it's just cool to get to sit with you and talk to you. This was like an honor, so thank you.
This was an honor for me too. Little 10-year-old Quinta's flipping her shit right now. This is pretty crazy. But
also, if she's 10, that means I'm only 45. So.
Exactly.
You did it. You did it.
I did
it. Finally.
Hey, Quinta, congratulations on everything. Always give a holler if we can be of help in any way. I don't even know what that would be.
I know.
Yes.
What?
We can do, first of all, we can
You
be
can
of help.
donate.
I can donate. Once I
that's
get,
nice,
the car
guys.
first.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to get 2 cars because I want to keep one at my...
You could buy Dion's car. Used.
And here's the thing, you can park it anywhere.
That is so funny. A white Bentley as a writer is crazy.
Yep. Oh, and
That
he
is so
totally,
funny.
he sat right in the
flex.
chair you're in and completely fessed up to it and was laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it leased?
I
It
believe...
had to be leased. It was
I think
sorry,
so.
this is not. Let's,
And it was a convertible, too.
Okay,
It was a
wait. The
convertible.
focus is you
Yeah.
were going to say something nice about donating, like something that was really.
Yeah. You cut me off.
I'm sorry.
You want to know, did Dion, I'm saying, so if you want to donate to schools, here's the number. Hold on. Did Dion lease? Was it a monthly payment? Can you do that on a anyway, God bless you. Thanks for
You
being
too.
here.
All of
and
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was really fun.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Many delightful things have happened on this podcast over the last 5 years, but I maintain that my favorite audio moment, and this is really saying something because I think we've had some great audio moments, but for me personally, was recently we had Werner Herzog. Great filmmaker, director, documentarian Werner Herzog was on the show. And we're chatting with him. And it was an amazing, I loved the conversation. And I think we got a lot of terrific response about it. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. At one point, he was talking, I think, about pop culture and how he tries to stay somewhat familiar with it. And then inadvertently, out of nowhere, he mentioned a reality show. And I think he qualified it by saying, I'm not sure this is still on any longer. But then he mentioned the reality show, and the name of the show combined with Werner Herzog's unique delivery delighted me. It didn't just delight me, but it stayed in my head for days afterwards. And it's just this lozenge that just keeps on giving. It doesn't lose its power.
It was 100% the last thing I expected to come out of his mouth.
Exactly.
And he got the full title. Nobody calls it that. Everyone just calls it by the name.
Yeah, but he got the full title. He said it in his voice, and then the way he says it. So, Eduardo, if you would do the honors, this is Werner Herzog saying something that really makes me happy in 3, 2, 1.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
I'm sorry. It's the boo. Here comes Honey. Again.
Yeah.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
How does that not cure cancer, end all wars? Yeah. How does that not reduce carbon emissions worldwide immediately, close the ozone layer?
Yeah.
Maybe it will.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel seen. Because I want to say, because I think he's just on such a high pedestal.
Yep.
But then there's something he and I have in common, which is shitty reality shows.
Yes.
And so we're the same person.
Yeah,
now.
there's that.
Oh.
There's that. But the best part is more about the sound.
Yeah.
To me, yes, that's nice. That's nice. I get what you're saying. But to me, it's about this.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
Listen to the boo boo.
I know.
Listen
It's
to
so
the
belabored.
Honey Boo Boo.
In fact, Eduardo, as we talk, just pepper it in as we talk.
Whenever you like.
Don't even wait for us. you
Yeah.
know?
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah, it's the boo boo. It's the
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
yeah. That's very
really
good,
good.
but not as good as this.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think when it's my time to go, which is who knows when, but
Soon.
people always talk about
soon.
what is it they want, and I'm thinking I want to have a really good Pinot Noir. I want to eat a really good Sicilian thin crust pizza, and then I want them to start turning up the dials on various things that will take me to the next plane, and then I just want to hear this over and over
Here
and over,
comes Honey Boo Boo.
over and over. Just
Here
go
comes Honey Boo Boo.
over and over as I leave this earth.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo. Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
I mean, I just want to, I think that would make me happy.
That's really the odds of that happening in our lifetimes are just astronomical, and we got to be
Here
here for
comes Honey Boo Boo.
Yes, the fact that, has he ever said that? Maybe he has, but he said it to us and there were microphones around and we captured
Here
it.
Just the
comes
fact
Honey
that
Boo Boo.
we are living in a time where Werner Herzog existed and Here Comes Honey Boo Boo existed, and they
You're saying it wrong.
Oh, sorry.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
It's Here Comes Honey Boo Boo.
comes Honey Boo Boo.
I want someone to do a dance song and just have that loop.
And loop that.
Here
yeah.
comes Honey
We
Boo
have
Boo.
really creative fans. Maybe someone can do it.
The question is there somewhere out there, is Honey Boo Boo herself going, "Look, I watch Little Dieter. I watch Little Dieter Learns to Fly.
I watch what?
Wow.
Little Dieter Learns to Fly.
No.
Wow.
No, Honey Boo Boo is probably, I
What?
mean, maybe it's possible.
It's that. It's your accent.
It's the accent. What is that
That's
accent?
Honey Boo Boo's accent.
I know,
Is
but
it?
it's really funny coming from you.
Do it again. I want to see it.
I watch Little Dieter Learns to Fly.
Say that she also likes Grizzly Man.
I like Grizzly Man. I like Aguirre Wrath of God.
Oh, that's the best one.
Yeah.
I like Aguirre. Do that again.
I like Aguirre Wrath of God.
And then
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
now let's do. He's announcing that she's coming with her to say her favorite movie, and then you come in, Honey Boo Boo, and say your favorite movie, and go.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
I like Aguirre Wrath of God.
Perfect. That's really good. Do me a favor. Edit in. This is what I want. I want Werner Herzog to say here that he hears footsteps. Okay? And so he says, "Here comes Honey Boo Boo." And then I want to hear a door open. And then I want to hear Gorley. Everybody all set? So here we go.
Are you going to do the sound effects?
I can try, and then we can.
because otherwise
But did
I'll
you-
edit and post. But
Did
Yeah,
you think
let's do it for
Eduardo
now.
just had him?
I know.
No,
It's
no,
not
I
a
didn't.
Foley
I was-
artist.
No, I was going to leave space. But anyway, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. All right.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom.
I watched Aguirre Wrath of God.
Now,
That what?
does that? I think my door opening was okay, but then I did. Kaboom,
I think,
kaboom,
yeah, that was
kaboom.
like a monster
was
coming.
that?
But also,
It's gotta
I
be
think
like-
I was. You know what? She was. I think I had her on a pogo stick.
I think you did. Oh, that's good.
Don't-
Yeah, you do the
do
foot.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Don't
that's
do
even
that.
better.
Let's try it, and let's try it again. Let's
You
try it
guys,
again.
I can't do.
Yes, you
sound
can.
Effects.
You're gonna do it. Here we go.
Okay.
Wait, but just so we have the order, it's got to go footsteps. Here comes Honey Boo Boo. Door opens. Aguirre Wrath of God.
Yes, here we go.
Footsteps are first.
Yes, here we go. And go. Wait,
Here-
what?
Me.
What?
Oh my God.
What did you do?
What was that?
Pithy Pit?
Pithy
Pit?
Pit?
Pithy Pit?
What was Pithy
What was
Pit?
Pithy Pit?
I say we keep it.
The
Just
feet
do it.
tapping.
Try it again. Try it again.
Pit, pit, dip, pit, pit.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
Then the door. I watched Aguirre Wrath of God.
All right, let's try it one more time. I'll get it. We'll tighten it up. Sona, go.
Pit, pit, dip, pit, dip, pit,
Here
pit.
comes Honey Boo Boo.
I watched Aguirre Wrath of God.
I think we almost got it, except what is Pithy Pit? Why is she wearing a weird slipper? It's made of like.
Well, how would you guys do the footsteps? That That's a horse.
Yeah, she's coming in on a horse, or she's been shod.
What are you doing?
She's tap dancing in.
Come on, no, you guys aren't better.
Why does she heartbeat walk?
She has AFib. She has AFib, a rare form of AFib that travels down and it vibrates the IT band.
You guys are shitty. You guys, no one can do footsteps.
Yeah, except you, Pithy Pithy Pith.
Pithy.
Oh, I'd love to hear her her do all the sound effects on a. It was a cold night. Wishy washy, wishy washy. When the old man came, Pithy 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 Pith.
Why joke when you can get her to do it?
With his faithful horse. Let's do the faith, and his faithful horse was with him.
Clack, click, clack, click.
No!
Why doesn't it speak?
Something like that. But why did you do clickety clackety?
Because I was walking and the horse was walking in.
And just then, an alien ship landed.
So stupid.
And then they made smoothies in a blender.
That was a good blender.
All right, listen, let's agree that as great as Sona was right now and as fantastic, much fun as we had, good times we had, nothing beats.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah.
Amen.
Mr. Herzog, you're our hero.
All right, we have a mystery to solve that maybe only you can solve.
Okay, let's hear it.
Maybe I could do it.
That's that can-do American spirit.
Maybe I could do it.
This is an article in Cracked. Colorado park rangers are desperate to know why they have a photo of Conan O'Brien in their office. So it's a signed photo that's hanging in these rangers' office. And I guess they've changed personnel and there's enough turnover that nobody knows what the story of it is. And in the article, they're basically asking, can you shed some light on this?
Well, first of all, it's an insult. It's a huge insult.
I knew you were going to say that.
No, it's true.
I knew it.
If someone takes over an office and there's a signed photograph in there of, say, Jerry Seinfeld, no one says, who would want this?
That's not what they're saying.
Why would this be in here?
They want to know the story.
What is the
story?
What does the picture say?
I'll show. Okay, here's the actual tweet.
It's insulting.
From the Colorado Park Rangers Northeast region. Hey, at Conan O'Brien. We realize you're a bit busy today. This was during your Oscars. But at some point, can you explain the sign pic at Roxborough State Park in Littleton, Colorado? No one knows the story, and we would really love to. You clearly left your mark on the park, though, and it says your autographed photo says, to the park rangers, best Conan O'Brien. And then they tweeted a picture of all the mountains with little orange pompadours.
Oh, that's nice. Let me see the photograph. Let's see. Okay, this is a photo of the bearded Conan to the park rangers. All right, well, there I am with my handsome beard phase.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I have an idea of how this happened.
Yeah, go ahead.
When, you get a lot of fan mail.
Yep.
And it's your job of your assistant to take the fan mail, get the autographed picture, and then do it. Sometimes, and this is my fault, I would take too long to show you the thing, so you would do it. But at that point, it may have been like a year after we got the actual letter. So somebody may have sent a letter asking for it.
So someone said, we here at the park ranger booth.
Yeah.
Where is it? Colorado?
Yes, and apparently it has made the local news there. They're wondering as well.
Okay, well, big shocker. Maybe somebody who worked as a park ranger in this area of Colorado took a liking for some reason we don't understand to my comedy stylings and asked me if I would autograph something for the park rangers. And I sent it in and they put it up on the wall and it stayed there. And the fact that it's this big mystery is like someone shoving a hot poker up my ass. It's not, this is insult. I'm going to go back to, it's insulting. We can't figure out, obviously, long before civilized man existed.
I don't know if this will help or hurt, but the first ad on this page, too, is a big picture of an enlarged prostate. It has nothing to do with age. Just stop doing this one common thing. Can we play the local news segment that's on that page? There's a video there.
I mean, the news.
Yeah.
Not like the local paper. It's just.
Okay, hold on. We'll get there.
Meanwhile, comedian Conan O'Brien hosted the show, leading to a very interesting question from Colorado Parks and Wildlife.
Where did this picture come from? So they posted this on X on Sunday, a signed photo of Conan O'Brien.
Crazy.
And asked this question: why does this exist? The signed photo is on the wall in the CPW office in Roxborough State Park down near Littleton. They say no one knows the story behind it, and they would like to find out why he left his mark at the office, Roxborough State Park.
Okay. It says, to the park rangers.
That's awesome.
It is cool.
I wonder if he stopped down there, if he was in town.
He must have, and maybe an ex-employee had it signed. Who knows?
I love it.
Yeah. Conan,
Who knows?
Oh my God.
Let us know.
This must be the most amazing place to live that they have literally no news.
This is, I'm sorry, Roxborough State Park. And to those anchors,
I'm with
what?
you. Yeah.
What? Why is Conan here? The real question is what? The question is, why would someone like Conan? Why would someone cherish an autographed photo of Conan? What's this doing here? That's what you say. That's what you say when there's like a weird crop circle that no one can explain. What does this mean? I'm sorry, somebody in Roxborough State Park once took a shining to my comedy.
Liked you enough to ask for a picture, but didn't take the picture with him
Didn't
or her.
take it with them. It came and they were like, well, you got everything. Hey, what about the picture you had? Leave it. Let's leave it. It'll be a real mystery. It'll probably end up on the news.
Why is Conan here?
We've got beef now. Colorado, we've got beef. Coming for you. I'm coming for you. I don't even know what that means. I'm coming for you.
I know. What do you mean? What are you gonna? You're
well,
gonna
now
go
there's
visit
another
the
mystery.
park?
Now there's another mystery.
What did Conan O'Brien mean when he said, "We're coming for you"?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wow. That is hilarious.
That's good.
Hello there. Welcome to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, and joined as always by my steadfast crew. That's CRUE with a little umlaut
Like
over
Motley
it.
Crue?
Exactly. Sona Movsesian. Hey, Sona.
Hi. Hey. Hello.
Oh, God. Can't even do that.
I know. I was gonna say how you doing, and then I just was like, why are you asking questions? Just say hi.
Matt Gorley, how are you?
Hi.
You're like someone in a bad old sketch who's nervous. I
changed my course mid-sentence,
Yes,
so I
yes.
just had to stop.
Well, you're always you, and that's the important thing.
That's good.
I do have something of importance to discuss
Sorry,
today.
we don't have time. We got to get to our guest.
All right, let's get into it. Our first guest today committed a series of robberies in the late 50s. Oh, no, that's someone else. I do have something important to talk about today, which is this show that I've been working on for a while that I'm proud of is coming out in a couple of days. Conan O'Brien Must Go, and is going to come out this Thursday, April 18th on Max. And one of the reasons I'm mentioning it on the podcast, other than just for corporate synergy.
Synergy.
Yeah.
No, I'm mentioning on the podcast because this show is very much an outgrowth, if you will. That sounds a little gross. An outgrowth.
It sounds medical.
Like a carbuncle.
It's a cyst.
It's
a goiter. Yeah.
It's a dermoid.
It needs to be.
It's a skin tag.
A boil. It needs to be lanced.
This Max show is a pustulating boil
Carbuncle.
that needs to be drained. I'm very happy with it because, as our listeners know, we do talk to a lot of celebrities and cool people in the business and authors and such, but we also talk to people around the world, people in the U.S. and all across the globe. And this idea formed to maybe go visit some of those people. And the idea sprung out from one or two guests saying, if you're ever in my strange out of the way country, stop by. And so I did, and I surprised people.
and get involved in their lives. And also it's an excuse to travel. And I've always loved doing travel remotes. And Max liked the idea, and we made them. And there are 4 of them, and they're very silly. You will not learn much about.
They're really funny.
But I love them. And they start, so that what's nice is you guys are going to be on Max too, because we have these nice moments where we're in the studio, you see us, and then suddenly I appear in that country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, of course, you don't come along because that would be an added expense.
Oh, okay. You could have added something, I think, to the show.
What was weird that not that we couldn't go along, but that you sequestered us in a Best Western for the period that you were there.
The weirdest thing is that I brought you to the country, but made sure that you stayed in a Best Western in that country.
Yeah.
An airport hotel.
Yeah, very hard to find a Best Western in Bergen, Norway, but I did it. But anyway, these shows are, I think they're a lot of fun if you like my brand of nonsense. And that's why I mention it here on this podcast, is that it's a nice offshoot of this silliness. So Conan O'Brien Must Go this Thursday, April 18th. All the episodes drop at once, which is, I guess, how they do it now in this business.
That's how it is. I like that, though, because then we could just, binge.
On April 18th, you could do 4 hours of Conan.
Yeah.
No, that's not medically advised.
No, you'll get a carbuncle.
People should do. I'm told more than 7 minutes of Conan in a shot is way too much.
Sorry, isn't that also your birthday?
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Oh,
It's a gift to
Eduardo,
yourself.
nice.
No, and you know what? That's a complete coincidence because Max just assigned the date, and it just came through corporate. Yeah, it's because I knew it would be sometime in April, and they just said it's April 18th. It has nothing to do with my birthday. So I'm guessing Jesus did that.
Must have.
You could have lied.
What's that?
You could have just made something up. You could have said it was because it was your birthday.
No,
Like,
I'm
okay.
a truth teller,
Okay.
and I have an amazing body.
You're a truth teller? How old are you turning?
I'm 77.
Okay.
Jeez.
Hey there. Welcome to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. I'm a professional podcaster named Conan O'Brien. I've been doing this for a number of years, and I'm a real pro.
Oh, boy.
I'm the gold standard by which everybody is judged now. Sitting here with Sona. Sona, wouldn't you call me the gold standard?
No, I wouldn't call you the gold standard. I think there's people who've done it longer than you.
And much better.
Yeah, much better. I
Yeah.
think you're good.
Okay.
I think you're fine.
Okay.
I think you're okay.
I have a story about the phrase the gold standard that involves the great Johnny Carson.
Oh.
Yeah, I had the privilege of getting to meet him a couple of times and talk to him on the phone a few times. And I remembered once I was hosting some special in the history of NBC on late night, I think 50 years. And so I got the chance to, with my staff, we cut together these montages of every late night NBC hosts, cut together all of their best stuff. So Letterman, Jack Parr, everybody, Steve Allen. I got to reach out and contact them and send them their stuff. Letterman from his late night show, and of course Johnny Carson. And then I got a call. This is before email, I think. I thought I'd just get a message that Johnny Carson either approved or didn't. And then I get this call and they say Johnny Carson's on the line for you. And of course my soul left my. I mean, it was just he's the biggest star in the world all the time I was growing up, and informed everybody's idea of what a late night show was. So I saw the blinking light, and I was like, that blinking light is Johnny Carson. And then someone said, no, that's the light that tells you he's on the phone. That's not Johnny. But anyway, I picked up the phone, I hit the button, and there's his famous voice, and he more or less was telling me that he watched the montage, and he thought it was good. He thought we did a good job, and he really liked it. And in the special, I referred to him as the gold standard. I said, of course, Johnny Carson, the gold standard. And he said, I don't really do a Carson impression, but he said something. He said, the only thing I'll take exception to is you referred to me as the gold standard, kind of a self-deprecating thing. That's the only thing I disagree with. You called me felt like a little much. You called me the gold standard. And I said, well, keep in mind, Johnny, that gold has been greatly devalued. And I got a little chuckle. I'm not going to say I got a huge laugh, but I got a little chuckle, and I was so happy.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
What else do you guys talk about?
He then started going on and on about what a huge fan he was of mine. No, he didn't. No, we actually had a really nice conversation. It wasn't that long. I don't like to over-represent things, but it was really special. I got to tell him that one of my favorite old Carson clips was he used to do this character, Art Fern.
Oh, yeah.
And Art Fern had this famous thing where he was like a fast-talking pitchman kind of, and he was telling you how to go someplace in L.A. to buy a certain product. And I was telling Johnny Carson this. I said, oh my God, every time my writers see this segment of Art Fern that we show with this line in it, we die laughing. And so I said, it's the one where you're Art Fern and you're saying, do this, get on the 101, then switch to the 134, then get on the 5 freeway. And then he says, take the Slauson cutoff. And he says, then get out of your car and cut off your Slauson. Yeah. And my writers... And he says, and it's the way, he kind of rides up on his toes a little bit and he says, take the Slauson cutoff, get out of your car, cut off your Slauson. And he's got this big pointer he keeps hitting the board with. And my writers and I, we like to think that we're edgy, young, hot shots. We watch that clip, and every time he does that joke, we burst out laughing.
It's timeless. When you brought up Art Fern, I almost said, cut off your Slauson.
Cut off your Slauson.
I'm glad I didn't.
And I'm glad you didn't also. And I said, that joke is funny every time. It was kind of just a nice moment because he said, yeah, he said, it is. He said, and he kind of chuckled and he went, I don't know why. And then, the conversation was over pretty quickly, but it was just really nice to be able to tell him, how much he meant to all these young writers still. This is years and years after he retired. So that was nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
I have that memory until I lose it.
Slauson is penis.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In this case.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a street.
I wish, you know what?
Oh, yes, I know the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Johnny would have loved it. Had you been on set, he would have loved it because he loved people like you. So I'm not even kidding.
No, he didn't.
No. I'm serious. If you had been on set, he would have loved if he'd said, get out of your car, cut off your Slauson. And if you had said, wait a minute, is Slauson penis? Now, of course, that would have shut down the network in 1974. But still,
I wonder when you were allowed
thought
to
that
say
was really
penis.
funny.
Yeah.
It was when Saturday Night Live did that sketch of the nudist sketch, wasn't it? That was the first time you were allowed to. And
I worked on that sketch.
Well,
No,
why
you
don't you
didn't.
talk about it?
You're a penis pioneer.
Yeah, in that sense.
Robert Smigel, he was the lead person on that sketch, but I worked on that sketch with him and wrote a song at the end, the penis song. Standards came in. I think it was actually the great Rick Ludwin, and they just said, there's no way you can do this. And we were arguing that, it's part of the anatomy. You should be able to say penis. Of course, now it seems like the most tame thing in the world.
I know. But you get weird when people say vagina. So you would
don't
be
do
like,
that.
oh, okay.
Don't
so
do that.
censor vagina.
Yeah. Oh, God, please. No. Please.
Well,
we got to just shut that down.
I had no idea you were the penis guy.
Well, first of all, you should know that I
know
have
you more as dickhead.
quite a reputation. Of course, my nom de plume is dickhead. But also in some parts of Europe, I'm known as the penis man. Everyone calls me something different. Okay, this segment is airing after our conversation with none other than Chelsea Peretti. And in that segment, we found ourselves talking about bear attacks.
Quite irresponsibly.
Very irresponsibly.
Yeah, that was not a good idea.
We're here to clear the air, which is that no one in this studio, especially Chelsea Peretti, but including myself, is an expert on what to do in a bear attack. We started saying some shit, but anybody who's tuning into Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend to know how to survive in the woods is a fool, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And no one should be listening to us.
And keep in mind, no lawyers contacted us. We, even ourselves, were like, this is ridiculous. We're going to get someone killed.
Yeah. We are doing this because of our conscience. We just want to make sure that, collective. The three of us together have one conscience.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you really read all those books on bear attacks?
I have read a lot on bear attacks, but do I remember with great authority what to do and what not to do? No, I don't.
Do you think anybody knows?
Now, see, but that's just what the bears want you to think. You know what I mean?
I think the bears are also online putting out a lot of misinformation.
Yes, exactly. They've got a Russian server farm working for them.
They're typing on a computer.
Grizzly bears love that whole thing of just lie down in front of the grizzly and we won't bother you. That's right. That's grizzlies sitting at computers putting that out there.
The best way to avoid a bear attack is to lather yourself in gravy and lie down in front of a bear.
Bring a gravy boat. Pour the gravy on you. Lay down on a large platter with an onion in your mouth and lay still for the bear. Signed, I am not a bear. So I don't know what to do in a bear attack. And we have a producer on the show. She's a researcher. Jen Samples does an amazing job. And she claims to know, but she said, she texted in when we were talking to Chelsea Peretti, and she said, if you see a black bear attack, which sounded crazy to me because it sounded like the black bear could be 6 miles away on a far ridge, smelling a dandelion, and your job is to race over there and start punching it.
Jen Samples does, she goes hiking and like every weekend, she's always doing outdoor stuff, always camping. And she texted me during the Chelsea Peretti thing saying, if you see a black bear attack, we can get her on the phone. Should we get her on the phone?
Yeah, get her on the phone.
All right. Yeah, let's call her up.
So my question is...
What if it's a bear on the other line?
Yeah.
Big bear.
No, he's saying like, Jen's not here right now.
She should buy a bear as a present.
All right, we got her on the phone here. You want to take the phone and you can hold it?
Okay, why don't you hold it?
I'm holding it.
Yeah. Jen, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jen, you're not being patched through in any kind of sophisticated way that I would expect from Eduardo, who is a mastermind. Instead, Blay just is calling you on a cell phone, and Sona's holding it.
Holding it.
I just said Sona's holding it.
I know, but I'm saying, of all people in here, I'm the one who's holding it, which is a really bad idea.
Oh, yeah, because you drop stuff.
Okay.
You've dropped your twins many times. Anyway, so, Jen, we want to clear the air because Chelsea Peretti was talking about what to do during a bear attack. We got the sense that she didn't know what she was talking about. She induced me to talk about it. I started saying shit, but I'm not sure I'm right. And then you text in and say, when you see a black bear, attack, which sounds crazy to me. You don't attack a bear that's minding its own business.
Okay. Well, what you do, it's not necessarily, I'm not saying like go after a bear.
Well, that's what it sounded like.
Yes, but like you want to like make yourself big and like bang pots and pans and like, kind of just like make yourself taller than the bear.
That's what my wife did when I met her. When I met my wife and tried to talk to her in a bar, she started hitting pots and going, la, la, la! La, 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 la! I had to reapproach many times over the years to get her. Anyway, well, so you're saying a black bear. Now, a grizzly, what do you do?
Well, okay, so here's the rhyme, because we haven't even gotten into polar bears. And that's a whole other bear.
Oh my God! What about koala bears?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Those ones, But okay, so the rhyme is as follows. It goes black attack. I stand by that. Brown lay down. So like play dead, because if you fight back, a grizzly brown bear is gonna just kill you, and it's horrific. And then white, good night. So you're just screwed. Like if you run into a polar bear, you're dead already.
I've always heard if it's polar, go solar. Meaning,
honestly,
try and just get, because it's responsible. They are bears that respect going green and being more responsible in your use of electricity.
Well, you bring up a kind of interesting point, Jen. How much of this is contingent upon this rhyme? Did they reverse engineer this? Is there science to this? Where are you getting your facts?
No, I'm telling you, because I listen to a lot of podcasts about bear attacks. Also, I am fascinated by bear attacks, and I've spent a lot of time like camping up in grizzly bear country up in Montana. So I do a lot of research, and I like to be prepared when I go out there. Obviously, having bear spray is key up there too. But yeah, it's proven fact. I think that's like the go-to rhyme that like the National Park Service and everything goes by.
Okay. So I say so bear spray is good, and also wearing the cologne Jupe.
They're just bottled the same formula.
Tracy Morgan brought me Was it Tracy?
Yeah.
Tracy Morgan brought me a bottle of Jupe, and man, I think that would work on a bear too.
Eduardo, you have some confirmation here?
Yes, I can kind of confirm what Jen's saying. I went to nps.gov, which is National Park Service, and they say if a black bear charges and attacks you, fight back with everything you have. Do not play dead.
There you go.
Okay.
It says, and furthermore, it says direct punches and kicks at the bear's face, and use any weapons like rocks, branches, or bear spray to defend yourself. So that's for black bears.
Okay.
If a grizzly/brown bear charges and attacks you, play dead. Do not fight back. Cover your head and neck with your hands and arms. Lay flat on your stomach and spread your legs apart. Keep your pack on. It will help protect you during an attack. Stay still and don't make any noise. You're trying to convince the bear that you aren't a threat to it or its cubs. Do not get up right away because the bear may still be in the area. Wait several minutes until you are sure the bear is gone.
You know what I did? I did some of this research, and I went camping not long ago, and I brought a casket with me. And and a suit. And when I saw a brown bear in the area, I put on the suit and got in the open casket.
And you hired a bunch of people to come to your funeral.
I hired 9 people to just look sad and be around me.
And they were all killed.
And picket. They were killed because they were. I also brought food for them to eat because that's what would happen at a wake. So they were all picking at chicken salad. The bear attacked and killed them. But I was safe. And then the bear actually stopped and crossed himself.
And then didn't he give a little speech?
He gave a short speech, which is like, "This was a life well lived." And I think they did a good job on him. He looks pretty lifelike.
Oh my God.
And he did remark that I looked paler than most dead people he'd seen.
And that was a polar bear.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, wow. Okay, this is good. We just wanted to make sure, Jen, that we got some real information out. But I do want to underline that when Jen said, if you see a black bear attack, what she meant is if the black bear has attacked you, do not start searching for black bears and then randomly just punching them with your fists. That's, I think, a terrible thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make that clear. That is not what I'm saying.
Well, it's what it sounded like. It sounded like if you can find a black bear, punch him in the back of the head.
Go find one. Thank you, Jen, so much.
Also, of course.
Don't koala bears have
gonorrhea?
Gonorrhea, yeah. So
they do.
What's the rhyme for that?
Well, definitely don't lay down and spread your legs.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Come on.
I'm just picking up the other advice. Spread your legs. That's what you said about the brown bear. Spread your legs. That's just what the bear wants. If that bear's done any time in prison. Anyway, okay, well, thank you very much, Jen, and I'm glad that we were
happy to help.
You know what? I think we were responsible here.
I agree.
Because sometimes people get confused. They're listening to a couple of comedic fools talking, and they might misremember later on.
I think the lesson here is listeners should come here for their nature facts from here on out.
Yes. If it's polar, go solar. Because Matt Gorley isn't here, David Hopping is filling in. Hello, David.
Hi.
Now, David, fair to say you are pretty much my full-time assistant now that Sona has twins.
Why are you saying no?
I mean, he is.
Well, yeah.
It just feels like a dig is coming at me.
There's no dig.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yes.
Pretty much does everything for me. And
I taught him everything.
Oh, no. You text me sometimes when the car is in front of my house to take me to the airport.
We never did switch that over.
We never switched that over.
My phone number is still associated with.
So I won't hear from you for a long time. And then suddenly I get a text, your car is waiting for you to take you to the airport.
Yeah. And the phone number so you can get in touch with whoever is driving you.
Yes.
That's called assisting.
Yes.
And that is what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, listen, thank you for that. Of the, 200 things I need in my life, that is one, and thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, but when it comes to getting my creams, my balms, my ointments.
Actually, Sona's number is still on a lot of things.
I am.
Sona follows along anytime I do something.
I do.
Various potions and powders that keep me looking pretty.
Yeah.
Help my body stay healthy.
My number is still associated with a lot of those. So then I'll text David.
Do you ever get a call and you're like, Conan's on that?
Yes.
Because, as I start to fall apart.
Oh,
It's rough.
Well, I'm sorry, but
there's so many filters
various
on.
orthopedic structures are applied to my body. Anyway,
What?
What
Your orthopedic structure?
braces. And,
Neither of our numbers are on for that one.
well, I think Adam gets those. I don't know why. Anyway, I want to talk to you, David, because as you know, I don't really go on social media much.
Right.
I'm pretty ignorant of what's going on out there. I know TikTok's a big thing.
It is.
I don't really go on TikTok. And I'm just curious, do I have any presence on TikTok? Am I someone who's on TikTok? Because I don't put things on TikTok. How does it work?
Well, first of all, you technically are on TikTok because there's the @TeamCoco account.
Okay, so that's something I'm and this is, by the way, I feel, not that we ever get political here, but it's when they quiz Trump about his businesses and he goes like, I had no idea. I actually have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea that we have an amazing social team here, incredible. Blay, Ruthie, Sam. I mean, just they're killing it.
Yeah,
you
they
guys
are.
kill it. And they do an incredible job making me look cool. I don't know about these things, but they put stuff on TikTok.
I mean, there's a good chance that you right now talking about not knowing you're on TikTok is on TikTok right now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you never know.
Thank you, Chinese government. I hope I please my overlords.
You don't like to get political or anything.
No, I wish to please.
Shout out to the Chinese government.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know it's what.
Yeah.
So
back
am I
to
on,
your presence.
Am I on TikTok?
You are.
Okay. And what kind of ways would I be on TikTok? Would they just be showing clips of things? I just want to know.
Yeah, clips from the podcast, clips from the TBS show. But then you also have like fans on there. Who, let me pull up. Give me 1 second.
You should do those dances.
Which dances?
You should do one of those like synchronized dances that they do for TikTok.
Right. You know how old I am, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just think it's cool.
Nope, you don't. You just want to see me make a complete ass of myself.
He has a dance other people have emulated, the string dance.
Oh.
That's a very famous dance that you...
I was doing those 30 years ago.
Right.
You were TikToking before TikTok even happened.
Exactly. Maybe I invented TikTok and maybe I invented China. Maybe I went too far. There's probably a statue of me in Beijing. Conan, the first TikToker. All right, what are you doing there?
Off,
take your time with the phone, by the way.
Thank you. Well, I for some reason I'm not on the Wi-Fi, so now I'm anyway.
Anyway.
So there's this trend where people are saying who's a male celebrity that they would feel safe alone in a room with, and a lot of people are for some reason saying you.
Wait a minute, I don't know how to feel about that. Because that just means they see me as what?
Not a threat.
Not a threat.
Yeah.
Well, I want to be thought of as
what?
Well, not as a threat in a bad way, but just like, I don't know, I might lose control if I was in a room with Conan O'Brien.
Like they might lose control around you, but that you would not lose control.
Oh no, I would not lose control.
Yeah.
I'm very afraid of any sexual situation. So anyway, so what they're saying is that that's a good thing, right?
It's a good one.
Women are saying they would feel safe around me.
Yeah.
Well, they should, because I'm completely inert. No, I'm not. Come on.
No,
I'm just kidding around.
Watch your ladies, guys.
Yeah,
He's going to be in a room with your lady and their pants are going to fall off. Is that what you want?
No, I just think it would be nice. Sometimes it's like that old thing where, a bunch of women in a room and they go, "Oh, Conan, you're just one of the girls. You can gab with us." That feels terrible.
You want to be like...
And then you look down and you're wearing a bikini.
Why?
Well, because you put it on because it made you feel like your true self. Wait, what's happening?
You want to be like the Beatles on Ed Sullivan. You want the girls to be like, yeah.
No. I have realistic expectations, or should I say, sexpectations.
This is why. This is why.
Oh, it just came in. No one feels safe anymore.
Just change. Well, ladies, I'm glad you feel safe around me because I don't know. I don't know that that's Okay. But like if Brad Pitt got on the elevator, it would be a charged environment, right?
Yeah.
Or Austin Butler, the environment would change. What they're saying is if I got on an elevator and Conan O'Brien was on it, there'd be no change in the atmosphere.
Who said elevator?
They just said a room.
Yeah.
You just put yourself on the elevator.
You're creating scenarios in your mind.
Yeah, I think that's a common one. You're on an elevator.
Okay.
Someone else gets on. You want to make sure they feel safe.
You're fantasizing about being in an elevator with Brad Pitt because
Well,
You wonder
or Brad
why.
Paisley, any Brad, or Brad Garrett. It just has to be a Brad.
What you're saying is like you're like sexual insulation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a foam that blocks out and neutralizes any sexual energy. I am a foam. Well, what else? What else is going on TikTok?
Okay, well, there's like fan accounts. There's this one that pops up a lot. It's called Just Bits and Pieces, and they do a lot of like compilations of like U2 and not the band.
Sona
like,
and I. Yeah.
Like they did this one that's kind of like a thirst trap of Conan.
What?
What?
What's a thirst trap?
You'll see in a sec.
Very white, thin-lipped, beady-eyed weirdo.
Oh wow! Look at that clip of me from a long time ago.
Oh, this is like they're looking at you in a sexual way.
Yeah, there you go.
Even I'm aroused.
Oh, check you out.
I have a beard and I'm drinking wine.
Hey, at Bits and Pieces.
God. Hey, Bits and Pieces, you got the right idea about Conan O'Brien. That's a guy. I want that guy out there. And from Bits and Pieces on TikTok.
Where do you think he got she got those clips from? They're out there.
Yeah.
I know,
They're
but
online. You just have
that
to
could
look
change
for
my
'em.
profile a little bit from being sexual insulating foam to a guy who's a real man's man.
I feel like you need to come up with like some kind of TikTok trend for people to do.
That's probably a good idea. Do you have any ideas? Because this is not something I'd be good at.
Mm-mm.
Sona, do you have a good idea for a TikTok trend?
I mean, aren't the trends a lot like dances and or like sound bites? Sound bites that people talk over and do things with?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
The fact, and so I turn to you, Sona, and you don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't.
What about you, Blaze?
There's a lot of challenges out there, like, oh, hey, like, remember there's that big thing, the cinnamon challenge, where you took a spoonful of cinnamon, there's like a lot of challenges. So you could do a challenge, something maybe that you're good at, that you're challenging other people.
How about my challenge is to get 9 hours of sleep. And then it's just footage of me sleeping for 9 hours, but like really cool music is playing in the background.
I think that the max you can do is like a 10-minute video.
Yeah, but little clips of me at different parts of the night, just getting a good sound 9 hours of sleep.
The well-rested challenge.
Yeah, well-rested
That's my
Conan
challenge, the Conan O'Brien well-rested challenge.
Yes.
That's what we're going to do.
What everyone wants.
Yeah. Now
Maybe
watch out for that, ladies.
A before and after. So like, you're like, okay, I'm Aaron Blurt. I'm going to take the well-rested challenge. Then I take, and then I show clips of me sleeping. And then how do I look after? Am I well-rested?
You're glowing?
No, you just look well-rested and you say that was very satisfying.
and
that's it. Yeah.
Can you sleep for 9 hours?
Not really. I used to be able to, but not anymore.
You can't do your own challenge.
I wake up a lot in the night and think, why?
But
That's
you're doing
all the clip is?
You're starting a challenge you can't do yourself.
I'm not gonna be able to do it myself. No. Okay. That's why I like this challenge. All right, David, thanks for stopping by.
Of course.
I think you helped. And Sona, thank you for always letting me know when a car is going to take me to the airport. Okay. Good job. Hello, Conan O'Brien here. Welcome to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. And I feel like I have two friends with me right now, Sona Movsesian, and I believe it's Matt Gorley. Oh. And I think we're pals. We have a good flow. People like the way that we work together.
That's weird that, people like our kind of relationship, even though I don't think we do. You know?
I don't think that's important.
Yeah.
The chef doesn't have to love what he's making.
I see.
And
he doesn't?
He probably shouldn't he?
Yeah, why would he make something he doesn't like? That doesn't make sense. What a terrible chef.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Here you go. Some more shit I make. What are you talking about? I think this is a lovely eclair. Oh, no. Shit. I hated it. Why do you hate it so much? Since childhood, struck by lightning, everything tastes like shit to me. Why did you become a chef? I heard I like the hat. It's fun to wear it. It's called a toque. All right. Really? You got into this? All food that you ingest tastes like excrement to you? Total shit! Because you were struck by lightning as a child. So you serve it, and I hate it.
Even watching you eat it makes me sick. But you stayed in it because of the toque. Why are you going over this again and again? We established everything. It seems like bad improv trick. Not at all. I'm just trying to say that you tasted things and hey, we've gone through it. Why do you repeat so much? Well, it turns out I was struck by lightning and as a child, and so I tend to overset things up. That's what I do. You and I could be friends, both struck by lightning. You set things up right. I tend to set things up. Now, just to summarize, you were hit by lightning. Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And then it made you go over things too much when you're doing a podcast. Is that right? Man, I don't know where that one started, but I think we had a good time. We had a good journey.
Oh, man.
We learned a lot, I think, about ourselves. And about
I learned you can do a French accent, a German accent, and an Italian accent all at the same time.
And they all end up sounding Russian.
Yeah.
But at least
by
it
the
wasn't
way,
Nixon.
That guy was from Croatia.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to clear the air on that.
Yeah.
You know, why Croatia popped into my head?
Huh.
I took a Uber today to get here, and I'm a guy who talks to the driver. I always like to. I'm one of those people. I don't know where you guys fall in this spectrum.
I choose no conversation.
Do you really do that?
Yeah, I do. I'm not good at small talk. I don't mean that to be antisocial,
Right,
but I want to
okay.
sleep.
Okay. And what about you, Sona?
I do both. So I'm either not talking at all, or he's coming up into my apartment, checking out the sofa I'm trying to get rid of. And that's a true story. That's a true story.
Sona, you got to have boundaries.
Yeah, you got to have boundaries.
You're right.
You know, whether you're on a cross-country drive or on your daily commute, time in the car is perfect for listening to podcasts like, I don't know, this one. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than anyone. Their network helps keep you connected to all your favorite podcasts when you're out and about.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you, I like to road trip sometimes.
I do too, and I have T-Mobile, and I can honestly say there's coverage.
That's important. Like, there've been times in my life where I'm out on the road, driving around, and especially on those family trips, you're out in the desert, you want to make sure you have that coverage.
Yeah, what if you get, like, your car breaks down, and you're just there?
Sitting there like a chump?
Yeah.
With no coverage?
Yeah.
Not this guy. I've got T-Mobile, got 5G. Find out more at T-Mobile.com/CY. That's SEEWHY. I'm going to tell you this. I do not, I've seen the little switch that says no, that you can tap that says no conversation. This is me, to be completely honest. I'm afraid that if I hit that, they're going to think, oh, I'm driving a stuck-up snob.
Yeah.
And so I will never hit that. And then I go too far the other way.
Where they hit it on you.
Trust me, I think some of these people would. Because I say, I mean, this guy today, I could tell he was from, and I said, well, where are you from? And a lot of times, this is actually works out nicely because there are many drivers who are Armenian.
Yeah.
And then we chat and they know that I've been to Armenia with you and we have like a really good conversation. Yeah. And they like that I know like 3 words. In English. In English. But then today the guy was from Croatia and we were just talking back and forth and I got his whole story, like his whole life story. And it was actually pretty fascinating. Oh. And so I got out of the car and I felt like, oh, good. I really got to know that guy. I hope he liked it too.
You made a friend.
He had no idea who I was. He was asking me what I do, and I just said I just work in television. I think he thinks I'm a TV repairman.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I fix flat screens, but we had it was really nice. I don't know.
That's cool. You made a new friend.
I don't. I think that's it.
Oh,
I think that's it.
Well, at least it was pleasant. Because I think you have to be too. If you're not a pleasant person, that could and if someone recognizes you, then.
Well, this is something I'm very envious of, are the people who have made their reputation, and we've, like a Jack Nicholson or a Harrison Ford, or like people who are, these big stars, obviously, in this whole other caliber than anything I would ever be, where if you went up to them and said, hey, man, and they said, fuck off. You'd say, wow, that's so cool. I'm not that person. If someone came up to me and I went, "You just better fuck off," it's like, you're an asshole. What are you dancing around like an idiot on TV all those years? You acting all friendly? You're a sham. And then they would just start hitting me with a 2x4.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I know. But I mean, you can't be that guy. You can't be like a Jack Nicholson or a Harrison Ford.
No, I don't. I don't have that incredible, so I'm not self-possessed like that. And I also, those are people that are larger than life. You see them on the screen and they're larger than life. I managed to be much smaller in life because people have seen me on small televisions.
Well, and you need people to like you.
Yeah.
You mean I need a friend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a little breakthrough here.
Yeah. Well, I think they could like punch someone in the face and people would be like, "Oh my God, he punched me in the face." And then with you, they just sue you.
Well, also, they'd have to feel it first. And they'd say, like, "Was that a cool breeze? I just gave you a chop to the jaw. I just played a little chin music with my right hook. Oh, I didn't really. Oh, so you struck me? Yes, I did. Oh, I thought a very old butterfly had a stroke, and then a cool wind blew it against my cheek. But if you struck me, I'm suing you now." All right, I'll pay up. I don't think that would go too well. But anyway, were you signaling me that I should get on with it?
Yeah.
Okay. It was awkward because then I just looked at you and you didn't signal me.
I did. I held up the rap sign.
I know, but I didn't. I saw something in my peripheral vision, and this is a note to all my would-be attackers. I think I'm losing my peripheral vision.
Oh.
So ninjas, time to get me. But I saw a little flash. Oh, I saw a middle finger go up for half a second.
I was just itching my eye.
Okay, well, again, peripheral vision starting to go.
You thought now that your peripheral vision's going away, now ninjas can attack you, as in before when you had it?
I think ninjas are going to be fine with a full frontal assault on you.
Please, I think, first of all, I think there's a whole many different sections of the Assassin League that have been trying to get me for years, but I have legendary peripheral vision. So the ninjas have just been waiting around, smoking cigarettes, playing mahjong, waiting.
Ninjas don't smoke cigarettes.
Yes, they do. Oh, they're such chain smokers. They cut out little holes in the ninja mask. They puff away. Well, now they do e-cigarettes. Those ones that smell like bubble gum. You're like, do I smell bubble gum? Oh, look, ninjas waiting for Conan to lose his peripheral vision and reading Us magazine. They broke up. They sure did. Oh, they seem like such a good couple. Hey, I just heard that from an eye doctor that Conan's losing his peripheral vision. Everyone get your throwing stars. It's time. You and I have a very odd relationship, and I want to clue the listeners in. I want to say I met you in, was it 95, 96?
2002.
You were way off.
Who am I thinking of? Who am I thinking of?
You're looking at me? I didn't know you then.
I must have known
Bill
someone
Clinton?
else. I thought I knew you a lot longer than that.
No, a bunch of the Chicago writers had come to your late night show back in the 90s, but I'd never even been to New York till 2002.
You first arrived in New York City in 2002.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't do any research for this.
No, you didn't.
You are... Which guy is he?
It's Jack McBrayer.
Jack McBrayer. Jack.
I just said it.
A lot of people say they're Jack McBrayer.
Who?
This guy, Jack McBrayer.
Oh, touche.
I've known you since, let's say, 2002. You come to New York, and I've known you, that's still a long time. Not as long as I thought I knew you.
No.
I really thought I knew you since 95, but that's clearly someone else I'm thinking of. But that's a long time. Uh-huh. And I don't think, and I'm being honest here, that you and I have ever had a long, real conversation.
You might be right. Yeah.
Now, what do you think the problem is?
You.
Yeah, it's not him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Well, hold on. Let's get to something straight. First of all, I'll describe what I do, which is
abuse.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Let me get to this particular type of abuse because it's important to be clear. Jack, I always I go into shtick
where you are the country rube and I am the cruel city slicker. And we've been doing this since I met you. And you've been to my house many times, yes?
Invited.
Yeah, I know. I know. And we've spent hours and hours together. I'm never real. And part of the problem, and I just want to say this to Matt and Sona, is that he is so good at playing his part. Yes. You always go into, sir, I did. Well, please, sir, you are wrong, sir. And that keeps me going. You have to admit that you...
That's victim blaming.
Yes. Yeah.
That is victim blaming.
Oh, that's your contribution to that argument?
Jesus.
That is victim blaming. I don't know what law school you went to. Repeat with emphasis law. I have to tell you. Excuse me?
No, they said, ugh.
Thank you.
And I agree.
He repeated with emphasis.
There you go.
So we've known each other a long time, and this is the kind of stuff that we do.
It's fun.
And I ran into mutual friend, Mr. John Hamm, just the other day. And what did we talk about? You.
Me.
Yes, about the time you came backstage at one of my shows.
Yes.
And I had a guitar strapped on, and I was doing my, well, it's Jack McBrayer shtick. And you were saying, sir, please, sir, no, sir. And then I started to play Dueling Banjos theme, ding-ding-ding-ding-ding on the guitar, and you started to clog dance against your will. John Hamm was chuckling about that memory. And I remember that because it showed up in a documentary, a critic acting as for the New York Times saying, this is terrible, Conan. His cruel side came out and he forced Jack to dance by playing as if you have no control over what you do when someone plays Dueling Banjos. But that has been our dynamic, yes?
I don't know. I did feel bullied then.
Oh, here it is.
But listen, I don't.
Nice.
I am here to have I'm here to try and have a real conversation with you. Get to the real Jack McBrayer, not any of our old shenanigans where I role play. So let's go through. I do have research on the real you. That's true. I do. You were born in Corn Cob, Georgia.
Okay. Jesus. Thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Your father is a tractor.
My father's a tractor.
Yeah.
Like an
Your
inanimate
mother is
tractor.
a corn silo.
None of this.
When you first came to the big city, it was on that bus.
That bus?
And you had a cardboard suitcase. When you disembarked in New York, did you or did you not step off the bus and go, "Garsh, they sure made these buildings real tall"?
Where did you research this?
You called an elevator a moving room for 6 years.
Wow. Wow. And I did
They changed all the furniture around between the time I got on and I got off.
No.
It's completely different.
Sir.
Is this true?
None of this is true.
There.
Cardboard suitcase? That's a box.
I think I have the facts on my side.
I don't know.
You refused to go on 30 Rock for a while because you were afraid those cameras would capture your spirit.
Nah.
True or false?
Way false. Extremely false.
You said to Tina Fey, and this is a quote, "I'm going to want my spirit back."
No. 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 The opposite. No. No. No.
The car that you drove here in is made of husks that were woven together. True or false?
Very false. There's not a corn cob car.
Hey, I'm just going to make a sort of symbolic button, and if anytime you press that, you can tag out, and I'll just go to town on him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm real scared.
Yeah.
If at any...
I'm just going to get brutal, so that's just there if you need it, okay?
If at any point the baby lamb gets scared of the tiger, he's going to tap out, and the wounded black-capped chickadee is going to leave its nest and come after me.
Unbelievable.
Hey there, welcome. Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, the podcast that casts that pod like no one else. Doesn't mean anything, but if I say it with authority, we'll get away with it. Joined by Sonam Obsessian, loves to keep telling people she's from Armenia. And Matt Gorley. Matt, how are you?
I'm fine, but she is from Armenia.
I know.
I'm not from Armenia.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Oh God, I was born in Montebello.
Wait, you had me believing it.
is in Armenia.
No, it's not.
It's an
off
island
the
off
60 freeway in Los
The
Angeles.
60 freeway goes that far? It crosses the
Oh my
oceans?
God, you had me believing it.
Oh, no, I mean, whatever. Okay, change your story, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
I'm
changing it.
Have you guys watching? It's very popular these days. This Chimp Crazy documentary.
Took it down.
I actually have it.
Okay, it's this documentary that's on Netflix, and it's by the same filmmaker that did Tiger King, and now it's about basically it's about women that become enthralled with chimps and form these really strong relationships with them and coexist with them, and in some cases love them even more than their own children. And it's
They say as much.
What's that?
They say
it.
as much.
They say
Yeah,
it.
it's crazy.
They
Is it
say
like
no.
Oh.
Don't take us down that road. No.
I mean, there's a point where you kind of go, is it?
No. It's listen, that's probably where your mind goes anytime you see a person and an animal. But what I will say is that it's just about this incredible attachment they have to chimps. So I watched the whole series with my wife, Liza, and she went, "Oh, that's like me." And I said, "What?"
Oh, it's true.
And she said, "You're basically a chimpanzee." And I'm like, "What?" And then she sent to my kids, she sent like there's the picture of the woman and the chimp. And
Incredible.
There's the poster of the woman and the chimp, and she sent it to the kids, and she went, "Look, it's me and your dad."
Oh my God!
The kids are like, "Yes!"
Oh.
And there's just total agreement that life with me is like life with a chimp, except the chimps show more self-control.
Yeah. Although that explains why I do kind of fear my face and genitals being ripped off every time I'm with
I
you.
have taken a swipe.
Oh my God.
I've tried to swing at your genitals several times, but no, it's funny. She said it, and I immediately thought, "Oh my God, she's not wrong."
Yeah.
I'm constantly skimpering and scampering around the house,
true.
making noise. I do throw feces occasionally
Yeah.
for fun and when I'm angry. Not mine. I have it shipped in.
Oh.
Yeah, you can have it.
They are going to do a documentary on you at some point.
Well, they did.
Like as in like
At home, not on tour.
You know what I mean? Like
what went wrong kind of thing?
Yes,
Like
sort
a-
of like that.
That's
Or
as they are
it's going to be a snapped
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, one
I
of
don't
those
know.
things where
Yeah.
but you'll see lots of footage of me going around the house. And Liza going, "Come on, let's go, get your diaper on.
Yeah.
We got to go." That's the lens through which my wife viewed Chimp Crazy.
Perfect.
She saw it as the depiction of our marriage.
It's perfect.
Well, there you go. Oh, wow. Oh, what's this? Are you giving me
We got to do this.
I'm going to talk about this. I thought I just said, having a conversation. And Matt Gorley his face just suddenly died.
Well, because you put a big. Did he not lull?
No.
Did it not lull?
No, hold on.
Kinda lulled.
No, it lulled for a second, but I saw your face go. All animation left your face. It went blank, and you went, "Do this." And you handed me the introduction to Al Pacino.
Oh my God.
Which I'm thrilled to do. I'm glad he's here, but it was just chilling. You were like, "Yeah." If you look up the video of this, all animation left, and you stared at me and you went, "Do this," and handed me a paper. No joy.
Really?
And no even attempt to go, "Okay, well, moving on." No, you could have done that, but you
I
didn't.
think because I thought we were cut.
No.
And
We were
then
having
people can see behind the scenes that I just turned into a bowl of sadness.
Guess what? We're going to keep that in.
Okay.
And people are going to know
what it's like to work here.
You're just a robot.
Oh, okay.
You might as well just be one of those things that cleans the bottom of a pool.
Oh.
Just, you know what I mean?
You said we're going to keep that in. He edits it. He could take it out
that's
and
true.
change it. And there's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very much involved in the editing process
No,
on this show.
You don't know what any of the final product is in this thing. You are cut from every episode.
really
Hey,
don't
name
know.
a time I haven't met you when it's time for the audio editing of this podcast. A time when I haven't driven out to your studio at your home and sat there with you as we painstakingly make small
that's
audio
true.
trims and
That's
fix
hard to
little
refute.
audio bumps.
That is hard to refute.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
there too. Remember?
yes.
And
Oh,
we're
yeah,
all
you
doing
are
it
there.
together.
You're there because you take the freeway from Armenia every day.
Okay.
All right.
Conan
Hey,
went
you
too
should-
far.
you should read
Conan
that
went too
intro.
far. Conan here, and I'm just going to say this is a special segment.
Yes.
It is, because we are joined by my wife, Liza Powell O'Brien. And everyone far prefers Liza to me.
Yep.
That is pretty much true,
Oh,
right?
so true.
Everyone
so true.
says to me when they meet Liza, she's fantastic.
Yeah.
And the emphasis is on that she is the one who is fantastic.
Yes.
And I'm tired of it. So we're going to...
What are you going to do?
Oh, I'm going to cut this one down to size.
You brought her on the podcast to do this?
Yeah. How are you, betrothed?
I feel like if I was around everyone as much as you're around them, the balance would shift back.
No.
Nope. Absolutely not. No,
right,
I don't
then.
think. I
You
don't
can
think.
I
talk
can
to
say
our
that with
kids.
confidence. I don't know you, but I know him.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Well,
You know Liza a bit,
but I
don't you?
chose him. So
Yeah.
what does that tell you?
That's true.
That's true. Of all the men in the world, you chose this one.
They were all at my disposal.
They were all at your disposble.
Every one of them.
Matt Damon, they were all lined up. Matt
Damon.
I don't know. It's just. And I'm thinking of him, of course, from Team America. I'm Matt Damon. Anyway, let's pull this thing together because Liza likes to spend as little time with me as possible. And so the fact that she's here means there's a reason. And I am very proud of the fact there are many things you do that I'm very proud of, but your tolerance for me is a great source of pride. But you have made this podcast that I think is stunningly good. I love it. And I'm not just saying that. Many people really like this podcast. It's called Significant Others. And we thought this was a good time to talk about it because it's Valentine's Day. You know, you're so in love with me.
I do appreciate being recognized for that.
It's your greatest achievement is your love for me. It confuses everyone. No, and your podcast, though I wouldn't describe it as a romantic podcast,
No.
but it is about couples dynamics, significant others, how they, sometimes it's a husband and wife. These are famous couples. Sometimes it could be a father-daughter. There's a power dynamic and how that all works. Sometimes positively, sometimes negatively, often positively and negatively. Is that a fair description?
Yeah, it is. I think you're right that romance is not at all part of, sometimes there are romantic stories, but mostly they're stories of sort of complicated partnerships.
Yep.
Which spoke to me. I don't know why.
Well, it's so funny because I often contrast your podcast with mine. Ours is seat of the pants, absolute nonsense. Liza works. I'm always seeing her pretty much in her study, in her small study. That is often also occupied by several cats that hate me, by the way. But you're always in there reading like 60 books, studying, crafting these episodes. You get very cool people to do the voices. You also use a bunch of the people here at Team Coco.
I do.
And you really make these things beautifully. And then I'm also a little put off that you have a fantastic podcast voice that is far superior to mine.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm the one who's doing the podcast first, because your voice is so terrific.
Well, that's nice. Thank you.
You know, you've influenced me because season 1, I love. Season 2's premiering. I haven't heard a bunch of these yet, and I know that you've been working on them. But for example, Jenny and Karl Marx, Karl Marx's wife, and what their relationship was like. And because you were doing all this research, when you were done with one of the books, I read it. I had never read a book about Karl Marx and his relationship with his wife, Jenny. But that's a husband and wife team where you can really see how, as a couple, they worked with each other. Then there are other teams like Billy Strayhorn and Duke Ellington. Tell us about that.
Billy Strayhorn, Duke Ellington was, I think, has been referred to as the first great American composer. He was just unbelievably talented, and forget the fact that he was, violently discriminated against his entire life, but even outside of that, his accomplishments are spectacular. So he kind of had this empire almost of music, and he had all of these different versions of his band, and he was touring all the time and kind of stretching himself really thin. And he met this kid named Billy Strayhorn, who was 21, who had wanted to, I don't want to give the whole story away, but he had wanted to be a concert pianist, and he was a prodigy. He was incredibly gifted, used to play the piano in the, he and his family lived in a boarding house, and the prostitutes who lived next door had a piano, and he would go play on that, and earned enough money when he was quite young to buy himself piano lessons. Anyway, so he got into this conservatory in Philadelphia, and his dream was to be a concert pianist, and he was basically told you can't because you're Black. So he was looking for other ways to express his musical abilities. Anyway, he auditioned kind of for Duke Ellington, and Ellington was like, oh, this guy is special. And what Strayhorn could do was he could play in the style of anyone. So he could play in the style of Duke Ellington, and then became his sort of stand-in, his band leader, his collaborator. He wrote a ton of music for him, including the anthem that I think most people think of when they think of Duke Ellington, which is Take the A Train. That was actually a great story, which I won't
That's just
tell
an amazing,
here.
iconic
Yeah.
piece. Yeah.
So anyway, and he was gay, and he was very determined to live openly. And so he was...
which at that time is unheard of.
It wasn't entirely unheard of, but it made it very difficult for him to be a star in his own right, because that was still a disadvantage. So
wow.
Anyway, so that's a really interesting
That's a great.
story.
I mean, listen. They're. What's interesting is I'll often know one of the names, but not both. Right. And then, like Benedict Arnold, I know that name. You did Benedict Arnold and Peggy Shippen. I had heard a little bit about Peggy Shippen. That's a fascinating story. How those two work together in positive, negative ways. I love that you cast as Benedict Arnold. You cast Andy Richter, which resonates with me in so many ways. The series opens up so many different great ideas about how people help each other, also can get in the way, and how it's a dynamic. Everything's a dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, we talk a lot about how that idea of perhaps, and that is it a koan? There's some piece of ancient wisdom, I don't want to misdescribe it, that talks about how everything's basically dependent on how you frame it. So this thing happened, it's a tragedy. At the same time, maybe it prevented something else from happening that would have been worse. And I think these stories are all about that kind of, this is the worst matchup ever, although they did help each other in this way. And
right.
I just think that makes it more interesting and more true. I think it's really human to want things to be simple. And I think there's a lot of oversimplification that happens all the time, especially now. And this kind of doesn't allow for that.
These stories allow for a complicated narrative, but you listen to them and they're great stories. And I come away and I always want to know more about, I mean, the Nietzsche one blew me.
That's such a great one.
Elizabeth Forster Nietzsche and Friedrich Nietzsche. And
she was really, a lot of this I owe to the books that I do read, that, there's usually some take by the author that's really helpful. And the one that I really appreciated with that was that, his big thing was all about this will to power, that like you're supposed to will yourself into the best version of yourself that you can be. And she really embodied that in a way that was terrifying. And she was incredibly ambitious. And he's been misunderstood a lot, I think, and I'm not claiming to be the one who understands him best at all, but he was anti-nationalist. He didn't believe in statehood. He had lived through war and thought it was abhorrent. And his sister marries an anti-Semite who's trying to found a pure racist colony in Paraguay. He thinks that's disgusting. He stops speaking to them. And then by the end of his life, he was so incapacitated that she finagled a way to become his, caretaker, his minder, his power of attorney, all of that, and used him kind of as a prop that she would walk people past, and she was hanging out with fascists, and Hitler came to her funeral.
This is what you're going to do to me.
I cannot wait. I'm picking up so many good pointers. So many tips.
I plan on becoming incapacitated, and I know Liza's just going to... More incapacitated. But what I'm saying is... I don't always ask you to carry me to the toilet, but...
you don't always ask.
I don't always ask. Sometimes I should. Anyway, we got off track. My point is, I love your podcast, and I'm not saying it because you're making me, which you did. No, she's got a gun.
That begs the question, season 12 Conan and Liza episode?
Right. Yeah.
That episode. Well, that's the one where I'm in a wheelchair. Incapacitated. This is months from now. And Liza's bringing people by, and she's promoting me as a great nationalist figure.
All those great aphorisms that you've recorded.
Yeah, like Nietzsche.
Yes.
Yeah. That usually involve nonsense words.
Exactly.
Don't be a gibble when you can bibble.
Yeah.
I be who I be. There was a big refrain last night. It was a lot of I be who I be.
Please. No one needs to know about our private life.
Popeye? Changing?
You try singing that
Which
to the Game of Thrones, too.
Yeah.
We were rewatching Game of Thrones, and I insist on singing loudly my own lyrics, which is I be who I be, and I be. And Liza's like, you've got, and my son is like, if you do that again, we're not fucking watching this. That's the significant other. And then I be who I be. So now they don't even watch the openings anymore, as beautiful as they are. We watch it for the nudity. Anyway.
Ruin things.
I am a ruiner.
You're a ruiner.
But anyway, I love that you've gotten everyone at Team Coco.
Oh my God, we'd be lost without everybody.
Gorley,
here.
Adam, Blay, Eduardo, Hopping, Erica Brown,
Everyone.
Hayes, Chills. They've all read lines for the episodes.
Erica Brown? No.
Yep.
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Eric, you got Erica Brown on
And
a
she
microphone?
she refuses to do a microphone, but she does it because she likes Liza.
Oh my God.
I don't think I can ever ask her for anything again. I think I used up all of my credit with her for the rest of time.
Oh my God.
She did not enjoy the experience, but she sounds great.
Yeah.
Ted Danson was here recording something, and
nicest man I've ever met.
Yes.
Well, he's right up there
Nice
with me.
Tall drink of water
Well,
too.
I'm tall,
Easy
too.
on the eyes.
Still
Me
handsome.
too.
Yeah, I know. He still got
Was
it.
on television for a long time. Great guy.
Yeah. Both of us know what it's
Confident,
like.
cool.
Yep.
Friendly.
Just the coolest guy.
I'm a good bartender. Anyway.
What?
I was on Cheers. I know I was. Anyway, you got him helping out. It's just great. I'm very excited about it. It premieres on Valentine's Day, and it's called Significant Others, and that is you. That is Liza Powell O'Brien running the show.
Is that another one of your aphorisms? That is you.
That is you. That is you, says
that
I.
That makes more sense than most of
that
them,
be
I have
you,
to say.
is what I would say. And someday we'll do one about your significant other, Tack.
Yeah.
Would love
but
that.
would it be about him and how I'm about his like love for like karate and stuff? Are you going to do a whole thing about Chernobyl? Are you going to make it like a fake one?
Why? It's not my thing.
Okay, all right.
It's Liza's thing.
Sorry.
It's legitimate.
Will you tell the story you texted me yesterday? I thought that was great.
God. Well, yeah. So he went on, he's going to hate me for saying this, but he went on like an intensive karate weekend, which they do twice a year and it always is in different places. And this time it was in Pasadena, which is 10 minutes from our house. And he takes it so seriously that instead of coming home and sleeping because there's no room in the gym, he slept in his car for 2 nights. And in the middle of winter.
To be close to the dojo?
To be close to where they were practicing. But I think
he's so having an affair.
Yes. Oh my God.
Every time I tell Liza I've got an intensive karate weekend, she knows I'm meeting Muriel on Catalina.
You know what? It's actually, it's worse if he's not.
I know.
You know what I mean?
know, yeah.
He is, though, because I've met all his karate friends. I mean, it's possible. I think I'd feel better if he was having an affair.
See, I'm already thinking.
That's what I mean.
You've got these are very beautifully crafted historical documents that you've made. They're really great. They're really great to listen to. You walk away from each one learning more.
Yes.
But I do want you to take a break from that and do one about Sona and Tack. It's about him sleeping at his car and his quote. On his quote karate weekend.
Sorry, Tack.
And it's in there, and it's in there with all these other great figures. It's in there with George Putnam and Amelia Earhart, and Bayard Rustin and Martin Luther King Jr.
George Orwell,
Tack and Sona.
Dolly,
Yeah.
Tack and Sona.
Yeah, Karate Weekend.
I know, but you know what? I did see his SUV. He had a whole setup in the back of his car.
That's what I do when I go to Catalina to meet Muriel.
Yeah.
I put a bunch of karate.
Wait, how are you getting your car to
I own a seaplane.
Okay, fine.
I have 2 different sets of books. I have 2 accountants. You've never seen it.
Liza's not even angry. She just wants to know the logistics of how you do it.
Well, we have talked about this, which is,
Yeah, that
I've
great
said to
line.
Liza, which is that, if you ever found out that I was having an affair, wouldn't your first thought be to be kind of impressed at my time management skills? Because that's all I ever think about when I watch movies where somene's having an affair. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I couldn't keep all that straight.
Yeah, it's true. It's a lot of
I
work.
couldn't. Yeah, all that. That's you know what I mean. We are just
barely hanging on with our very basic.
We are very committed to
vanilla.
each other, monogamous relationship, but we can barely
more than enough.
We can barely keep it going because there's like, oh wait, who's picking up our son? Wait, but when are we going to the airport? There's all that stuff. Who's taking the dog to the? And then
Who
the idea
threw out the mayonnaise? That was a big one the other day.
Right.
Sounds
Oh
fraught.
man,
You
I was,
guys.
and also I think it hadn't expired. But anyway, I wanted a tuna fish sandwich with mayo, and suddenly there's no mayo. That didn't go well. But my significant other said, "I'll make you some."
It's true.
And
I
she
did.
made me mayonnaise from
I
scratch.
did. I mean,
yeah.
Wasn't very good, but-
That's a win-win.
Yes, and it was better than the regular
sure.
mayonnaise.
Wow.
So anyway, that was a win-win. But
This is riveting. I can't wait to hear about this on your episode.
But wait a minute. What I'm saying is, if on top of all of that, I had to get on the seaplane to Catalina to meet Muriel and bring her the, whatever, the avocados she loves to eat. Who can keep track of all that shit?
Very diverse taste in women.
Yes, I was going to say.
And you know what?
I
She's,
do love an avocado.
And you know what?
though.
She's really unpleasant.
We get it, yeah.
Why are you late? I had to, because I was doing a podcast where I was promoting Liza. Why are you promoting her podcast? Why can't I have one? Hey, is that my avocado? Chomp.
Then she's super old and there's nothing sexual about it.
She is 82 years old.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. She was a nurse in the Korean War. Anyway, as stupid as this podcast is,
I know. I'm sorry, Liza.
I'm going to say this. I'm so proud of you. I love you. I'm so proud of you. And I think this is an incredible piece of work. So I'm excited about the new season, Significant Others, wherever you get your podcast, season 2, premiering on Valentine's Day. Subscribe where you get your podcasts. This is a little unusual, but I brought a friend of mine in who I've worked with for many years. He's a brilliant writer on the show, and he's helped us out. Matt, right over there.
Hi.
And,
I'm not usually here.
No. And we don't. Matt and I don't get along,
Yeah.
but I invited him
That's
in.
why we're Matt O'Brien.
Not
by the way.
that I would know.
Yeah,
No, it's all right.
But
It'll come out. Don't worry.
But Matt, we've known each other for how long? Since 2009. 07.
07.
Okay, it feels like 09, but anyway.
Yeah.
We've known each other since 2007. Every day he comes in, he wants to talk to me about Metallica. Every single day. And he plays me, he tells me what you're up to, and I appreciate it because I'm a fan as well. But I thought...
I feel like I should apologize.
It's been great. It's been great to not break common ground with Conan for almost 20 years.
No. It's been, but man, you were in New York. And you found out that Lars was going to be here today, and you flew here.
I couldn't miss it.
Well,
couldn't miss it.
All kidding aside, thank you very much.
Thanks
That's
for being
great.
here. I'm
Thanks for
really
coming
excited
out.
to be here.
How many shows have you been to?
62.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good.
What was your first one?
Atlanta, 93.
Okay.
So that'll be, I think it was the live shit tour.
Do you remember him? Lakewood?
Yeah.
Or,
Lakewood Amphitheater.
Lakewood, yeah.
Lakewood Amphitheater.
Wait a minute. How did you?
memory.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Wait a minute. How did you know that?
Lakewood Amphitheater. Yeah.
If we go around a room and you say Atlanta or you say Louisville and you say whatever Dallas, Houston,
Dallas.
I can pretty quickly identify the venue, remember the shows, and
my God.
That's crazy.
and
Yeah.
remember the tours and stuff. Yeah,
I don't know my children's names.
Let me try one on
we
you.
can help you with that.
Antarctica.
Yeah.
Yeah, Antarctica was December 13. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's this weird. people are very generous. They call it encyclopedia-like. And I often play along on that tangent. I do feel increasingly that, if you put me, James, and Kirk together in the same room, we can pretty much, the three of us, make a whole, and we can remember all of it 100%. But I remember all the dates. So if you say, blah, 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 where were you in, February 2008, I can go, we were right there. We played there. We played this venue. And but Atlanta, has always been great. And Lakewood and the Omni. And
the Omni, which is not there anymore.
Right.
But what's amazing about the fact that you remember every city had an amphitheater that looked kind of the same, which was just that rake with a lawn in the back. So the fact that you remember specifically that it was called Lake, because they must all look the same from the stage.
It was a lot easier back in the day because 20, 30 years ago when we came up, sort of the 80s and 90s, all the venues, whether they were, coliseums, auditoriums, or arenas, or the amphitheaters, they all had primarily geographical names. So if you were in, Phoenix, it was the Phoenix Municipal Auditorium.
Mm-hmm, right.
And if you were in Atlanta, it was Lakewood, or it was the Omni, or it was attached to the CNN Center, or whatever.
Yep.
Now, when you go to all these places, every one of them is called the FedEx Building.
Yes.
Or
It's a corporate name, yeah.
Or
Right.
the State Farm Insurance thing.
Yeah.
And so you can't kind of keep track because the naming rights
Right.
of those change every 3-5 years.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there going, did I play this before?
Yeah.
And
Before
what
a bank bought the name.
Yeah.
Rights.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, but
I
also,
saw you at the Depend Center, in Orlando, and you're just, damn it, why did they buy it?
Astroglide Arena.
God knows we've played all of them. Actually, we played to the continents thing 1 year on the Justice Tour in 88, 89. We were 46 or 47 states into it. And we realized, shit, should we go for 50? And so there was
Depends on what the other ones are.
Yeah, what were they? What were the remaining ones?
There was no arena, or at least at that time, there was no arena in Delaware, and there was no arena in Vermont. So in Vermont, we played a high school gymnasium, and in
I love that.
in Delaware, we played a club, maybe a Stone Balloon or something, I think it was called, and so we ended up playing all 50 of the states because at that time, hitting Honolulu and hitting Anchorage was a fairly regular stop. Sullivan Arena up in Anchorage and the NBC Arena in Honolulu were regular parts of your tour stops.
You know what this reminds me of? I always that Bill Wyman was famously the bass player for the Rolling Stones for a good chunk of their run.
And he was the encyclopedia. Yeah, I've heard that story.
He had
too.
an encyclopedic knowledge, but of a specific thing. Everyone would think like, "Oh my God, you were there! You were there for all these seminal moments, and you were in this amazing rock band, and you went through this incredible time." And apparently, when you read through his diaries, it's all, "We played this venue. Here's how much we got paid. Here's how much." I put in this much for the cab I took home, and then I charged this much for the dry cleaning. Then we pay. And you're like,
I've heard that story too.
Yeah, and it's over and like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages, and you think, how about, was there a moment where Jagger irritated you,
or should you not have been an accountant?
Or even better, was there a moment where you guys really connected as a rock and roll band to an audience?
Well, what does that have to do with how much money I got paid and how much money the cab cost? No, but his accountant was thrilled with him.
We haven't reviewed the reviewers in a while. Do you want to review the reviewers?
Let's try it again. She was
Sorry.
I don't know what her problem was.
No, you were
I was trying to keep it from falling.
No, you weren't. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I'm going to make sure it doesn't fall.
Don't touch it.
There we go. It's okay now.
Okay.
You're a crazy person.
All this is going in.
You're such an unhealthy person.
Yeah. I'm a rabbit.
Oh my God.
Okay, what's
you
we
have
got?
to keep that I'm a rabbit in, so people know.
I
people need to know.
They need to.
They need to know that I'm a rabbit.
Now you're
they
doing
do need
something
to know.
else. Look at what he's doing.
Oh my God.
Look at what he's doing.
Just a guy.
Hands.
I'm just a guy.
Elegant hand.
No,
I'm just a guy.
No, you're
says
not.
I'm just a guy.
Just a guy.
No guy says I'm just a guy.
Oh man.
I'm just a guy.
You're a rabbit.
Ugh.
Okay.
Let's do some
Oh my God. This
oh
is like
God.
I'm in class and the teacher doesn't see it and I see it. And I'm
Good
like,
thing there's no high-def cameras in
hey,
here.
teacher, look what he's doing.
Okay, what you got there, Bingo?
All right, Bingo. We're gonna do.
You okay? Let's try again. 3, 2, chop.
We're going to do review the reviewers.
Okay.
Okay, this is where I pull out some reviews from the Apple Podcast review section, and we discuss them, and we discuss their merits.
I think it is good to hear how the people feel about what we're doing in here.
Are you drawing breasts?
No, I was drawing eyes, but you go ahead.
I thought it was a butt.
I have to say this. I've never known us to be more easily distracted.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like, whenever we start to do something, let's review the reviewers, and then Sona's like, did I just taste Tic Tac? And you're like, what?
Literally, as you said that, a fiber was floating through the air, and I just started following.
Okay, let's
it with
start
my
again.
eyes.
We're going to focus.
Okay. All right.
I can't. All right.
All right.
You
That's all
gotta,
going in.
You're doing it. You're doing it, though. You know you're doing it. Oh.
I love that you do these things silently to her and do forget that this is all on video now.
But also, none of these things mean anything.
No, you're like
people later on are
first
going to
base
say
coach.
like, yeah. All right, let's go.
Okay, let's do some review the reviewer.
I love it. I love to hear what the people have to think.
The way you say it, like you didn't just say it like 3 minutes ago.
I know. All this is going in anyway. It doesn't matter. Right.
Do you not want to do this today?
No, I do.
Unbelievable.
What?
One more time.
You were doing the phone thing.
Okay,
You got to
you got
stop.
it.
You have to stop.
Können Sie mir sagen, wo ist der Don bitte? Vergeten Sie zitten. Let's do some review the reviewers. Okay.
Love it. I love to hear what the people think.
Okay, here we
as
go.
they think it.
Here we go. Okay, this is from Megan I.K. Wood.
Okay.
The title is Bits in the Deliver Room. 5 stars. Long-time listener, first-time reviewer. I've been catching up on episodes from Sona and Matt coming back from the paternal leave. As a mother of 2, it occurred to me that Conan doing bits in the delivery room could be a benefit working at Team Coco, or another source of revenue to hire Conan out. When I was giving birth to my kids, my husband and I had no time to entertain the hospital staff. I was really bringing down the vibes with the whole grunting and breathing business of labor. For a small fee, Conan could have delightfully filled this vacuum.
I can't think of a worse idea.
It's terrible.
I mean,
horrible.
Sona, as you can attest, when you go to a hospital to give birth to children, the last thing you want is some 6'4" red flame-haired clown doing bits. And I have been in that environment twice for the birth of my 2 children, and my bits were going nowhere.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, no one was interested in my bits except my wife certainly didn't want to hear any of it. And no one else who was around, family, friends, didn't want to hear it. We did have a doctor who looked after us when my wife was pregnant with my daughter. And I didn't even make an aggressive joke. I thought I was just, I didn't give it any thought. And it certainly didn't seem that funny to me. But this doctor was talking to me because my wife really wanted to try and have a natural birth. And then he said, okay, but if it's difficult, or if you're in too much pain, we could end up, and the baby's not coming, we could give you some Pitocin. And I said, what's that? And he said, Pitocin is the drug that really makes the baby come faster. And I said, hey, if my wife's in pain, I want you to serve her up a Pitocin omelet. I just sort of said that. And the guy was like, Pitocin omelet? And when you say something and you don't even love it that much, I just went, hey, if my wife needs it, let's get her a Pitocin omelet. And he went, ah! Ah! Woo! And then he kept going out in the hall and being like, this guy. And the worst is when you have a joke that's not that great.
Yeah.
And someone then starts repeating it for everyone. He's like, this guy. And they're like, which guy? That guy. From late night. He said, give her a Pitocin omelet. And they were like, eh. And I'm like, I didn't say to repeat it. I didn't think it was. I was just killing time. And then every time we saw him in the months afterwards, he'd be like, uh-oh, here comes, hey, I got a chef working on your Pitocin omelet.
Oh, no.
I scored a massive home run with this guy. I don't know why, but I think he had never heard someone make a joke using Pitocin, one of the main drugs that he used in his work.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was my experience. I promise you that it would be awful, simply awful to have me in a delivery room while a woman is trying to give birth to a baby.
Yeah.
Pass a human being through the birth canal, and I'm there doing the string dance and going. I
imagine if he was there for your delivery?
No, did I tell the story about when he visited my dad in the ICU? I can't remember if I did.
I don't think so.
But it isn't about your bits. It was about you being Conan O'Brien, and you visited my dad in the ICU when he was getting heart surgery.
Right.
And they all abandoned their patients, and they were like, Conan O'Brien is here. And then they started taking photos with him.
And it was kind of crazy because I swear to God, I heard people flatlining in other rooms. Like, and I've never seen.
They just rushed out.
Yeah,
they
it was
abandoned everything. People with like gloves.
Oh my
people.
God! A guy came in to take a selfie with me, and he's like holding a human heart that he was supposed to put into a chest cavity. And I'm like, shouldn't you? And he's like, they don't go brain dead for 2 minutes. Get in here. Get in here. Let's get a shot.
Let's get a shot of the three of us.
I remember, visiting your dad in the hospital,
which was very nice of you to do.
Oh,
he went for the audience. I mean, let's be honest.
Trust me, I probably did. And I was
really
killing.
nice.
I was killing with her family, with everyone except your.
You were killing her dad.
Your uncle, who said I could lose 10 pounds.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. But anyway,
years ago, still brings it up.
Still
on a weekly.
Who
basis.
says that? I'm there visiting your father, bringing joy, bringing life. When a man is facing his mortality,
Yes.
and this guy's like, you could lose 10 pounds.
Yes.
Incredible. So I say I should not be in a maternity ward. I should not be anywhere where someone's giving birth. That's a mistake. But bring me in before someone's going to have a surgery.
Yeah.
That is something I've had some experience with. I do very well with that audience.
You're like a Patch Adams.
I'm kind of a Patch Adams. Yeah, I'm a Patch
fits,
Adams.
yeah.
Yeah. I've got a little rubber nose I keep in my lab coat, and I put it on. No, I think that is the environment for me, is because I think what happens is your dad might have been worried, oh my God, what if I don't make it through this? And then he talked to me for 10 minutes and thought, there are upsides. There are upsides to leaving this earth. I don't have to hear this really white guy hammer on.
No, but it was really nice. 'Cause after you left, he became the guy in the hospital who knew Conan O'Brien. And
He got the special
he got
surgery.
Street cred.
Yeah.
He got the special heart surgery. Everyone else gets the shitty one.
Yeah. They're like, you know what? We're going to do your heart surgery correctly as our special bonus treat. Yeah. All right. Well, we know what my place is then.
Yeah. And so to the listener, that's a bad idea.
Of course, Matt Gorley also with us. Good to see you, Matt.
Hi, guys.
You were having some issue. It took us a while to connect with you because you're having some issue at your house. What's going on at your house?
Well, maybe you can hear some ambient noise like birds chirping and dogs barking because all my windows in my office are open because something died in the walls of our house.
Ugh.
And it's a problem that when you have it, you can't really do anything about it, but just wait it out unless you want to rip your walls apart.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's back this up just a little bit. What do you think died in your wall?
Oh, my cousin.
Who was last seen saying, your cousin whose last time you talked to him, which was 6 weeks ago, was, I'm going to go look inside your wall. I'm not feeling great, some heart palpitations, but still, I'm going to go look inside your wall. And then you haven't seen him since? And now you smell something died in the wall.
Yeah, it is awful here. I hope it's only a mouse or a rat. I hope it's not something bigger like God forbid, like a raccoon or something.
Is that because, let me understand, is that because you think a raccoon has more of a enlightened spirit than a mouse, or you're telling you just about the size and
they're cuter, but yeah, the size.
Oh, you're only worried about the size. So
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Less decay time.
So you don't get as sad when like a skinny guy dies, but when a fat guy dies, you really bum out. Wow.
So you let the smell out and then the carcass just stays in your walls?
You have to let it dry out and basically mummify, or else it's rip the walls apart. I don't know what else to do.
Well, excuse me, do they have any way of detecting? You'd think in this modern era, there'd be some kind of device. You know the way that there's that thing you can buy literally for $6 at the hardware store that helps you find where the stud is?
Stud finder.
Yeah. My wife had a good stud finder. I'll tell you that much right now.
Come on.
No, she was finding where the stud was in the wall. I wasn't talking about,
Okay.
No. What made you think I was talking about anything else? Anyway, my wife, it's just pretty clear when she met me, she found her stud, right? Because I was holding a stud finder that I got at the hardware store. I don't know why this is confusing, but isn't there some kind of device, Matt, that would tell you the source of these noxious gases?
Not that I'm aware of. I even brought my cat into the office to see if she would kind of just smell in a certain spot, but she couldn't care less. It doesn't even seem to notice it. It's horrible.
Well, cats are dispense death all the time. We have cats, and all they do is, kill things and try and bring it into the house. Do you know what I mean? And large dogs. And it's terrible. No, they just like birds and or if they find something that's dead, they bring it into the house.
Yeah.
So why would they care about the smell of decay?
I would think she would just, because our cat is food obsessed. She's just single-minded. I'm telling you, more than anything I've ever seen in any creature on earth before, she's obsessed. She will eat a full bowl of food that's the size of a basketball and won't stop until she vomits.
Have you ever found your cat ordering stuff on Grubhub? Like a car pulls up and they're like, "Is there a Mr. Chips here?" What's your cat's name?
It's Margot.
Yeah.
She has learned to open our cabinet trash. The kind that are flush with the kitchen cabinets. She can open it. I swear she's evolving thumbs. We had to put a childproof lock on our goddamn cabinets because of this cat.
Oh my
our
God.
dog, we have two golden retrievers, and the younger one, Loki, has figured out how to order pornography.
What kind of pornography is Loki into?
It's all Shih Tzu.
Very soft core. And apparently Loki wants there to be some story. So
a plot-driven porn.
Yeah, he wants it plot-driven porn.
And film, not video.
Oh, no. Hates video. And hates... There's got to be a decent story there. And so I've sometimes even watched... there have been times where Loki speeds through the sex. His paw just goes and hits the fast forward and we speed through it.
What's
because the plot is more what Loki's into. So, sometimes we watch the sex if it's just, whatever. I can't let the dog watch TV alone. And so because God knows, what if pay-per-view and the next thing you know, we owe a lot of money. So no, I have to be there with Loki when we watch the softcore pornography.
Is it dog porn or
oh God, no, porn? No. Who wants to watch dogs do it?
Okay.
No. And dogs, they have there's no erotic thrill for a dog will hump a desk. A dog will hump a fire hydrant. A dog will hump anything. So that would be the level of their porn. No, Loki likes bodice rippers, likes, anything he likes costumes. He likes there to be a plot.
Yeah.
And so, it's, and then I watch with him, but they're good stories. They tell really good stories. We watch Red Shoe Diaries, some of the old Showtime stuff.
God, what the fuck?
It's true.
But only the one dog, the other dog's not into this?
Oh my God. Oh no. Bosco, who's the older one, hates pornography.
Yeah.
Just hates pornography.
Oh.
Absolutely hates it. Loves musicals, the MGM musicals, the really good ones. Loves Singing in the Rain, just all those great MGM musicals. But so we don't watch TV together. We have to watch it separately. Okay, we have such a good show to get to today. And listen, another quick thing. If your dog is hooked on porn, you can contact this toll-free number that will not be at the end of this podcast. It won't exist because it doesn't exist. But anyway, if your dog has a real problem with pornography, you can get help if you listen for the number that doesn't exist. It's at the end of this podcast.